We are back. This is, I guess, session 18, technically 17.5, because last session my internet dropped because it was crappy Canadian internet in the middle of a snowstorm. We left the group in suspense as they were eagerly trying to get a rest for no other reason than them being tired and definitely not wanting a level. And as we left off, they were on the hunt. As per their new friend, associate Heinrich, this eccentric wizard said that they need to take care of Emil, who has transformed into a werewolf upon the ending fight with Villainous and his shield guardian. We currently have Rion, Kashmir, and Ishmark resting up in the wizard's tower, or I guess statue, little hideout. And Dragar, Dirge, and Gaia with Henrik facing off against Emil, who just showed up in front of them in his hybrid form, looking rather hungry. We will, I guess, reroll initiative because why not? As his hungry eyes stare you down. I guess I should have maybe made you guys do that before we started, but hindsight is 2020.
Oh no.
Do you want me to roll initiative, Chris?
I'm over here scrambling to get into.
I don't really think you're going to need to unless you have something absolutely zany planned.
Nope.
So you just got to sit and watch for your decisions.
Chris, can you change my initiative to 18, please? I did my advantage. My best one was 18.
Yes, I will do that.
All right. I'm ready to go first in the second round.
All right. I will.
Maybe not.
18.
Y'all are slow.
Well, slow. Then it looks like... That's weird, but... Oh, okay.
We're missing Gaia.
Gaia, we are missing you.
Yeah, it's like, roll initiative. Oh, yeah, I need to pull up that. Yeah, that's like a smart idea. Who'd have thunk?
When I like to use dice, I like to use my numbers.
Overrated.
Okay. So,
Modifiers.
Let's see. Gaia, you are right there. You got you selected initiative.
16.
Oh,
Oh,
let's share this.
Not too shabby. Dragar, you're able to spring into action as you see the red glowing eyes of Emil, now a hybrid monstrous form, half wolf, half man. He's foaming from the mouth, drool dripping down to the floor as you stand across from him in this cold hallway.
And Dragar would look to his friends and say, "Remember, we're not supposed." Dragar says, "Remember, we're not supposed to kill him. Just capture him. Our new friend Heinrich has a place we can store him until he either calms down or we leave the temple." And with that, Dragar would put away his hammer and he would pull out from his bag the 50 feet of hempen rope.
Oh yeah.
And with that, Dragar will hand off one piece of the hempen rope to basically anybody. He will just leave one end of the hempen rope there with the roll, and he will take one other end and he will run here with the rope so that on his, actually he'll use his dash action. I think I end up there then. I can't see the other grid, so it's really hard for me to tell.
Dirge has the best spell ever right here.
All right. Well, with that, and you're just readying, basically, I'm going to imagine that this is if someone else takes you up on your offer, like a...
The tie him up, like a wrap him up type thing, yeah.
Yeah, I'm picturing Star Wars right now.
There you go. That's what I'm looking for.
All right, Gaia is the first to spring into action as you see Dragar drop a piece of rope and then start sprinting behind this creature. It's standing like an animal in defense, just waiting to pounce at any moment. What does Gaia do?
Well, seeing this werewolf and now we're trying to... Oh, goodness. I don't want to kill him, but he's going to end up taking... But she's thinking Moonbeam's going to be the best resource for this. We're going to transfer him back and tie him up. So. Yeah, so he's going to fight.
Moonbeam.
Why tie him up when I can just kill him?
I'm hoping that he has more than 20 hit points.
And what am I making for a save? A wisdom or a dex? I can't remember.
It is a con save.
That's
Let's go check out.
That's the Dirge special.
Oh wow. He
Gaia picked it up. She's like, "Oh yeah, I remember that spell. There's just like this, right? Yeah, awesome."
Whoa! I just made an accident. Delete that extra copy of Dirge.
Dirge 2.0 appears in form of the moonbeam, shining her happiness down. He definitely fails the con save as he's stuck in like a almost hunger rage / not knowing what to do as you guys are slowly starting to surround him. So whatever damage he takes, he will take it.
All right, here we go. Where's my d10s? Oh, whatever. Roll. Ooh, D. 6 epic damage.
He takes a 6 mighty damage as radiant beam forms over him and starts to singe hairs. He covers with his one mighty paw to kind of try to block it out, but it's no use as it's completely surrounded him. Anything else you'd like to do?
Yeah. So he's back to original form. He cannot change while in the moonbeam.
Oh, goddamn. That is
You're welcome.
Nice.
Sorry, it hurts. Dragar, be quick. This, Dragar, be quick, because this may kill him.
Is he so he's back in human form?
Yeah.
Well, that's super. I'll Dragar just be like, Emil, we're trying to help. Dragar says we're trying to help.
he falls.
And
He
he'll
collapses
want to,
to his knees.
Yeah, Dragar will want to try and drag him out of the moonbeam, because I don't think Gaia has enough actions on her turn to move it off of him. Because if Dragar really gets into the I'll have to take radiant damage too.
I guess if I'll wait for my turn for that, then I'll heed Gaia's
Or
warning.
whoever else. It's like what's the moonbeam?
All right, as he transforms back, you see his clothes ripped up. Oh, I grabbed the box. Oh god, he's in the box now. Oh, panic. This is bad. He transforms back, his clothes ripped up worse than before. He stumbles around, still holding his hand over, and I'm just going to have him collapse because he's been having a pretty rough time without you guys, looking for food and not really finding much. So he's hungry, and he's quite cold after he transforms back. So lucky for yous, because I wasn't expecting that, he passes out on the floor. Dirge, you're now up. He does manage to... What's the radius on Moonbeam?
Just 5 feet.
He steps out of it then and falls to the ground in front.
It's 5 feet by 5 feet. It basically fills up the size of a large creature. Dirge will walk up to him and grabbing the rope, she'll try to tie him up as best she can and just kind of lay on him so he can't get up if he rages up to life. I don't know if he needs a check or something for that. Basically, she's just trying to grapple him and tie him up.
Yeah, I think with unconscious, you just auto-succeed on pretty much anything you're trying to do to him. So with that, you're just going to hold him down. Henrik's up. He's like, oh, Gaia, that worked quite well. Let's get him while we can. And he looks momentarily like he's ready to charge up a spell and just blast this guy. Checking something. Never mind. And then with that, does anyone say anything to him, or it looks like he's charging something up?
The Dragar will be like, Dragar says, I think we've got him, Hendrik. Hold off.
And with that, he'll hold, and it seems like a big, kind of fiery, his hand's like a fiery, basically on fire right now. And as you say that, he's holding it up like he's going to charge something out. And then as you say that, he's like, oh, right, we're taking this one alive, you said. Very well. Odd, but very well.
Dragar says thank you.
All right, and Dragar is back up then with Henrik not doing anything.
Dragar will, can I... Fuck. My knowledge isn't as good as it should be, and I apologize. Since he's basically changed back into a human, does he have to go through some form of emotional strife to change back into a wolf?
You can make a check.
I would like to make a check on that. Would you like a history check then? That makes kind of sense.
History.
On nature?
nature,
Yeah, nature. Nature would work way better for me.
Arcana, even.
Ooh. Yeah, I'm gonna go nature. The 19 with nature check.
I rolled very well.
19.
He showed me something back in Ravenloft.
Yeah, you flash back and have memories for whatever reason, maybe from being part of the guards, of even actually flashing back to your first encounter with the werewolf before you were transformed to Barovia. You know that obviously times of high emotional state is a trigger. A moon is obviously a trigger. And then other, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Conditions that put them through hardship. So, like, basically, it's like a survival. The curse itself is like a survival instinct. So once the body starts going into that shock where it might be in danger, there's a high chance that he'll transform.
Rhaegar, maybe he was just a little hungry. Maybe he thought we were on the dinner meal.
Dragar says, Dirge, you might be right. Maybe we should get him fed and warm him up. We'll keep him tied for now. Heinrich, do you say that we bring him back to the statue, or do you have somewhere else you would like to keep him for now? But we must try to take care of him.
Well, that's a very dangerous task you wish to do, but I suppose we can store him somewhere. And then he's trying to think. And what he comes up with is, if we could find a way to unlock one of these doors, I'm sure we could seal him in there. I believe there's catacombs to the south.
Okay. Well, I guess we got to pick a room and lock the door.
Yeah, with this, Dragar would definitely be looking at Dirge and Gaia to make the decision. He would look confused. He would need their help at this point.
Yeah, Dirge would pick him up. I don't know how much he weighs, but I imagine she can pick him up.
Probably around 200 pounds.
All right. Well, it'd be awkward, but she can still carry him.
Yep.
Guy wouldn't be able to.
And he'll say that he doesn't want any pets in his home. No offense, but I do my best to. They get too much fur in the statue. You know how it is.
The allergies are just the worst.
Absolutely.
And Dragar would say, Dragar understands. Thank you so much for not killing him. I understand why you would, but he has done a good thing for me, and I need to make sure I can at least repay him.
It's nothing. No worries, especially since you're going to be a part of the Watchers. It's the least we can do since we're going to be working together. And then he'll walk you down here and say that this is where the catacombs are supposed to be, but he doesn't know how to get into the door itself. Says it's locked by some kind of spell, and you can't get it unlocked.
Are we just like wandering across the way? Because
yeah, that's exactly what he does.
Yeah, guys is like,
yeah, perhaps you could tell us how the lightning works.
Lightning.
Yeah. I walked over there and big bolt of lightning come out. It nearly killed me, and that's saying something. I like lightning.
How strange. Was it cloudy or something? Maybe you were caught in a lightning storm?
No.
No, we are inside. There's not room for lightning storm.
Well, that's rather odd. Doesn't seem like.
I definitely remember chain lightning. It jumped from a bunch of people to other people. Was it a trap or a spell you happen to know?
No trap or spell I know. Absolutely not. Why would I just randomly attack you, my former or my potential initiates?
I don't know.
Dragar at this point, well, hopefully Gaia is keeping Henrik busy, is going to try to go to the door, and even though Dragar is not very good with stuff like this, he's going to do his best to try to whisper the word to open doors that the Lich taught us. And I forget the roll you want us to do, but I'll do that roll.
Arcana.
All right, great. So if it's cool with you, I will try to do it in a voice that he will not hear me say it in.
Yeah, you're going to whisper it? Sure.
Yeah, I'm going to whisper it. 17.
It's pretty good.
Come on, give it to him. Give it to him.
I am cruel, though. 17. Sure, I am feeling generous today.
Well, that's good because Dragar usually sucks at that shit.
You whisper that, and he kind of like leans over your shoulder to try to hear what you're saying. Like, oh, do you know the password? That's useful. What is it? And then as you whisper it, that door actually starts to open itself, and you smell a horrid perfume of the ancient dead. As the door opens, stone niches along the walls of these catacombs hold human-shaped amber husks, bones, and tattered shrouds. And
This is only mildly ominous.
opens up to reveal. I guess I should always remember. Oh, I'm hiding it. I'm not revealing it. Awkward.
With that, though, Dragar would look to Heinrich and say, Dragar was not sure I knew the word. Before I told you, I wanted to make sure. And then Dragar just at this point, trusting him because that's what he does, he would tell him the word. In his best attempt to actually get it right. So if you want me to roll another roll, I will, because if I actually tell Heinrich the wrong word, because Dragar is bad at this shit, he would know what's going on.
All right, go ahead and try that. I like that chance that you might tell him the wrong word.
Okay. So I got 10.
Yeah, you say something.
I would try to pronounce the word, but I would get it wrong.
Something along the lines of abracadabra comes out of your mouth.
He's not exactly a wizard, so it's like a rough guess. It's a work in progress.
Dragar says very sorry. Want to share the word? Just hope it's not wrong.
And he says, "Well, I'm sure you can steer them in here. There's not it's just a catacomb. A lot of dead people for company, but I'm sure he'll be fine in here, and at least we'll be safe if he transforms again."
Does Dragar still have his cloak on?
I imagine, unless you took it off.
Can't remember if I gave it to somebody else.
I don't think you did.
Okay, Dragar would take the cloak, wrap it around Emil. He would take the ropes off of Emil. Emil's still passed out?
Yep.
Okay. Dragar would take off the ropes. He would put his cloak around Emil, and then he would, in his best attempt to scratch, he would pick up a rock from the ground, and in his best attempt, he would try to scratch out a message, and he would leave 3 rations for Emil.
Cool. As you place him down in the catacombs, actually, you see tall iron candlesticks in each of the alcoves, and as you step in, their candles ignite as soon as you enter, casting flickering lights upon the walls and causing the shattered amber to glitter. You drop him in, and you kind of hear him like.
I think as soon as I see the candles, I would look back to Heinrich and Dragar asks, "Are you sure it's safe?"
He just says, "Yes, I think that's just a basic program spell to when people walk in, the candles just magically light."
Okay, I'm sorry for interrupting you.
And then as you place him down, he's basically like almost in like a dreamlike unconscious state. And as you have him like embraced and are laying him down on the ground, you hear him murmur / whisper the name Zulika. And he's just like, "Zulika, I'm coming. I promise." And then you just lay him down on the ground, and he kind of tosses and turns a bit. You wrap him up in your cloak, write your message, and walk away. As you close the door, though, you push it shut, and it just kind of seals. Now what do you wish to do?
Very cool. That Dragar is satisfied that his friend is at least safe, possibly warm and will be fed, is not in a werewolf state. And Dragar looks to Dirge, Heinrich, and Guy. Dragar says thank you. I'm sure all this I will be able to explain later, but there was a point when the meal made sure that I returned to you. So it's important for me to keep him safe. We should check on Rion.
Yeah, I was a little worried there. If Guy didn't have the answer, I was going to ask him to sit. Seemed like a nice doggy.
That's good.
Oh, I made him sit all right.
The guy has already returned back to check on the others. So what is Rion and friends doing?
Are they still alive?
They're
I
all
haven't done
dead.
anything. Call in, Zeke. They did not respond yet. But I guess that's because I probably should go in.
Yeah, you're
So-
ringing the statue doorbell and no one's answering. But you remember that there's not
Or
a
they're
statue
asleep.
doorbell.
Wow. I'm guessing me and Ishmark is probably playing cards
Sounds good.
just to pass the time
Can I play?
because don't want to do too strenuous
Mark,
activities.
each mark rolls to attack you with the cards. Nat 20.
Why is Ishmark attacking me? I
Blackjack.
like Ishmark.
Blackjack.
It's the other one I don't like.
Yeah, and as you guys get in, you're only like a couple hours away from finishing your rest, and mostly everyone's at least semi-slept.
Guys, feeling pretty good.
You can have, I guess, your long rest now.
Cool.
Thank you.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Who got caught lightning? Who got
Henrik
caught
says-
lightning? Guy got caught lightning. The guy like perks up and just kind of goes.
Guys, I don't think we should go outside. It's very dangerous outside.
No. I think we should go outside. I have.
Henrik's like, go outside, but there's still so much work to do. There's so much evil left in this temple. We must cleanse it all for real
Henrik.
watchers.
I could read
Dragar would look at the Rihanna guy and say, Dragar asks, how was your time coming up the mountain? What was the outside of this place like? What's the waiting for?
Wait,
Well,
what?
In our brilliance, we didn't bring any cold weather gear, and I almost froze to death. That was fun.
I walked into Green Fire. That wasn't
Yeah.
fun.
He decided to walk through the green fire. Luckily, I was there, and he lived.
Dragar sounds like no fun yet outside, to be honest.
Oh, and then we saw a bunch of evil statue monsters that
What?
that were actually just statues.
Oh. Yes.
And then we saw Strahd on a horse, and then it was not. And then it was not Strahd because it was just like a little ghost. And then we crossed the bridge and talked to Strahd, which was a ghost. And then like his whole army of little
Strahd
wolf
disappeared.
guys appeared.
Dragar says there's an army outside?
Yeah, I guess they didn't want to come in because I don't know. They didn't have anywhere
I'm
to
pretty sure we had a snowfall. Snow fell down and we are
something
technically
like
stuck
that.
in here. But if we can get outside, there's something I can just feel it. I need to go try and see if I can summon the lightning. I was like, oh,
Do it inside if the ceiling's super high.
Gaia looks up because I'm pretty sure it's not 100 feet up.
And plus, Gaia, are you sure you want to just throw lightning around? Like, shouldn't you save that for, I don't know,
Gaia
someone
just smiles.
to
It's like,
hit?
I throw lightning around all the time and starts like just juggling the little static ball. Just
Rian, you can't ask somebody if they have common sense when they don't have common sense.
wait, what?
Dragar says common sense is only common if everybody knows about it.
Oh, yes, indeed. It's common sense is good to have.
Her best sense is her sense of glee and wonder. Or Halor, the lightning god.
So
Oh,
Heinrich
sunlight.
stands above you all after your long rest is over. And like a drill sergeant, he's almost walking around with his hands behind his back. He looks to you all with a seriousness in his eyes, and he says, "Are you all ready today? For today is
Wait.
the beginning of the rest of your lives."
No.
Is it?
Yes,
I'm not
absolutely.
joining your crazy
Oh, I
cult
wasn't talking
thing.
to you anyways. Don't worry, you're not my type. And he's like, "Who's with me?"
Well,
Dragar asks Heinrich, what's the deal with this? Like, Dragar must be honest, man. We still got a lot of stuff to deal with in like other parts of Barovia and stuff.
What is more important than dealing with the uttermost evil in all of the world? Stopping it from devouring the very world itself. Nothing can be more important than that. And it is
Heinrich,
a great
Dragar says that's what we are doing. Have you ever heard of Strahd?
Sounds mildly familiar.
Strahd is the greatest evil in this land. It is my mission and our mission to kill him.
And where do you think, sonny boy, that Strahd got the very dark powers that he has today? And he's like waving his finger in in your nose, like an old timer about to lesson you.
Is it here?
Bingo! He doesn't say that, but the equivalent of medieval bingo when he points at you and he's like, "Yeah, smart one, aren't you?"
Yeah,
So basically
I'm the
you
brains of the
failed.
outfit here for sure.
So basically, you failed at your job, and you want us to clean up your mess.
Well,
is
I
what
wasn't
you're
here
saying.
yet, so I'm not. I'm only a human, right? So saying that I could be here 400 and some years ago, kind of ridiculous, but it's okay. I don't expect someone like you to understand. He kind of laughs.
Well, the way you were talking earlier, you fought the Lich centuries ago. That's what you said.
My dear boy, that's what you interpreted.
Did we ever
It's
find
okay, though.
is that book for
What?
I
Wait,
just
what?
typed in randomly. Did we ever find that book for Atlas? We got so caught up with
Yes, Guy, I've been holding on to it all this time.
good.
And as you say that, you actually remember that you pass it off to Dirge in the middle of the night.
Oh yeah. Well, it's in my backpack. So, and I don't
No,
think
you
Dirge took my
gave it-
backpack.
No, you gave it to Dirge so you could go to sleep.
Yeah, but it's in my backpack. I just threw the whole backpack at you.
Okay.
So whether you took the backpack, with
Dirge
you,
has
that's up
your
to you.
entire backpack. Do you want this backpack? I mean, if you're just gonna give me all your belongings, I mean that's nice, but I don't really need all of them.
Yes, I would actually like that back. And,
Right.
and speaking of that, I would like to mess with that book for a second.
Okay.
We probably should give it back.
This is
to
probably easier than you just erasing your entire character sheet of items and giving them all to me, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah,
When I get the book back, I'm going to start doing the ritual of casting Identify.
It's
as a
funny
ritual.
when you mention
So-
that, because when you go and get your backpack back, you notice that it feels kind of sizably lighter. And as you open it up,
Uh-oh.
you find that book is missing.
I'm going to look at Dirge, just like, what did you do kind of look like. And then I'm going to show her the emptiness of the backpack and be like, there was a book in here, and it's not in here.
Henrich
I don't
is
know.
like, it's not very smart to misplace such an important item. That spell book had tremendous amount of power in it.
Maybe Atlas came and got it.
Well, from my experience, I didn't see a book per se. Maybe you misplaced it before you gave me your backpack.
Can Gaia just be holding a book?
Guy pulls a book off of the desk that he has.
Is this it?
It's the
Flips it.
It's the Snow Dwarf and the Seven Whites story that you guys have already seen in the.
This is interesting.
I hope the whites live.
So what? So what happened when you guys went out? Like, I'm pretty sure no one, or you didn't set the backpack down. So, did anybody get behind you, Dirge?
No, I mean, aside from wizard guy here, I don't think so.
He's like, "Oh, you're not making any accusations against me, are you? That's rather
I'm
rude."
not making any. I never saw the book to begin with.
Dragar will solve accusations. Hendrik, do you have the book?
Absolutely not. Although I wish you would have let me see it earlier. I definitely would not have misplaced it.
Okay, then Dragar says, hey, let's move on, see if
It's
somebody
okay.
else
It's
has
okay, Rian. I'm not going to hold it against you. It's an honest mistake. Whether I made it or you made it, I mean, we're all friends here, right?
Dragar asks,
I know
what do you
you-
think happened? And he would start searching around the room for the book.
Well, the book. Rian, was there anything strange about this book? You did seem eager to give it to me.
Well,
Maybe it was a good read, and he wants you to have a good read too.
it was. I believe it was messing with my mind because it is a lich's spell book, and
Okay.
there are dark magics in that book. And if you don't read it properly, then bad things do kind of happen.
All right,
And I think that's what happened. And I didn't read it properly, and it was really messing with me.
all right, Rian, can I ask you a question? Not here to name any names. Why didn't you tell any of us this sooner?
I was tired. That's my excuse, and I'm kind of sticking with it. And plus, it's been like 2-3 weeks, and I don't remember his mindset at that point.
I think you were just eager to get rid of the book, but it's okay. It's an honest error. Whoever. I'm not here to play it. Maybe I misplaced it. Maybe it's under one of these rocks. But I'm guessing we're gonna have to try to figure out where it is.
Maybe, and then Henrik pipes up and he's like, "Well, maybe the Lich got it back, and he's planning our intimate death and destruction."
Nah, he wouldn't do that to us. We've been helping him.
Sure, he wouldn't.
Dragar says Atlas has been nice.
He's had his book the entire time we've been with him. It was just recently that it was stolen, and he did nothing bad to us while he had his book. So why do you keep saying that he's like evil and out to get us? And
well, I mean, he's a lich after all.
He's nodding and kind of like,
he's a lich, but
and then he's like,
judge a person by their character. He's not done anything, and so.
I mean,
I agree, Dutch.
I'm not racist. It's just that his race is the embodiment of all evil.
Yes,
totally different.
And then Heinrich is like, the Lich that you speak to is not the current state of his mind. You're speaking to who he remembers himself before turning into a Lich. It's only a matter of time before he remembers the dark deeds that he made and becomes evil once again. For make no mistake, a Lich is the embodiment of evil, like Dirge says.
Maybe we should go talk to him before he regains his mind, guys. Just to make sure his affairs are in order.
That would be a good idea. Yeah, and we can see if he has it.
That's not a good idea. If we don't have that book, he's going to try to roast us again.
That's if he remembers.
But if he already has the book, like maybe it did come down while we were. I don't know why.
Why don't you go invisible and check out to see if he's okay over there?
I don't think invisibility is going to work on a Lich.
Dragar says Rion, you were his only really good friend. Every time he got into a fanatical state, you were able to snap him out.
I'd be happy to go with you if you.
Oh, we will all go. Definitely.
I'll stand right next to you. That way, if he hits you with the disintegrate, you'll probably live.
Dragar has spent too much time away from group already. Does not wish to spend any more.
As Dirge kind of stands right next to you, you kind of see these strange runes kind of cover your armor. These things are Eldritch runes. They'll protect you from his magic.
While we're talking, I would like to kind of examine the old wizard guy and see if like I could see any object on him that he didn't have before, or like basically give him a once over.
Give him
a perception. Or...
Yeah, sure, that works for me.
Okay.
Just tell me what you roll, because I'm looking at other things right now.
Horrible. I rolled an 11.
Yeah, so besides like his glasses and robes and whatnot, and his quarterstaff, you don't really notice anything out of the ordinary.
Dragar rolled an 18 on investigation to search the inside of the statue to see if I can find the book, which is highly unlikely, but I'll try anyway.
In 18, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, you scour this statue that you guys find yourselves in, and there is no sign of the book whatsoever.
Figured.
So, wait a minute. You guys left to go get Emil. Where's Emil?
Oh, the thing about that is we needed a place to store him, so we stored him in the catacombs. Now, I know what you're thinking. There may be undead monsters there, but they are catacombs, so he couldn't eat us.
Isn't he gonna freeze to death?
Dragar gave him a cloak.
Okay, that's like
Dragar says there were
throwing a
candles.
toothpick on a fire and expecting that toothpick to keep that fire going. It's not gonna really do much in this cold weather.
Well, you know.
Well, I'm sure he could form back into a werewolf, and those things have lots of fur. I'm sure he'll be fine.
When you put it that way, you make us sound like we're not doing our due diligence.
Dragar asks maybe we should go get Emil now he's human form again. I don't know.
That'd be actually pretty fantastic.
Be nice to have him. He's good He's a good fighter.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
He punches things a lot, so it's weird. I don't know.
Well, I mean, a fighter's only as
So
good as you
we
can trust him.
So we want to go get Emil and then go back up to the Lich, which I'm kind of not for. I think we should search for that spellbook still, but
Dragar says you can search for spellbook on the way to a meal.
And Henrik's like, what a great opportunity to do some watcher duty. As we look for the book, we can cleanse the Temple of Evil. One side wins, the other side wins. It's all the same, right?
Yeah, that sounds like a great job. Yeah.
ever shut up.
Let's go find an army of undead and just blow them up.
Yes. Wait, Billy,
If you
what
want to do that, go to the catacombs. Most likely that's where your undead is. Didn't you say it was like very creepy and lurking with undead? Or
That's
maybe
true.
possibly lurking?
The undead,
The guy
they
says it would have
pay.
been better if Brian was with us. You know, he could have pointed out all these things at the time.
You guys
He was
are
very
just-
busy.
Everyone's stuck in just so much land. Like, okay, we're gonna go get a meal. Yes.
Yes, let's get a meal.
Okay. Is that okay? No more bickering. You guys just go back and forth, and it's not making any sense.
I
Yeah,
got it.
right. Sorry, you're right. Let's go.
Gaia
Guy just laid down the law on you guys.
is making too much sense, guys.
No,
I'm
it
feeling
isn't.
uncomfortable.
Yeah, I don't think he's had electricity yet today. I don't think she's
It's
quite right.
Yeah.
And Henrik's breathes a sigh of relief as he says, finally someone speaks proper sense. Something. I invited you guys up into my statue, not expecting that I would have... And then he starts counting. That many children, I basically call you. You move in and I can't get to the use. And he laughs. He's like, I just kid, but geez, let's do something. And you guys are going to get Emil?
Dragar did say we'd be back.
All right. You head down to Emil. You open up the door, realizing that you did not rearm an arcane lock spell because nobody knows that spell. You're able to just push the door open anyways. And in there is shivering profusely, huddled around this black coat and munching on a ration, Emil. Teeth chattering. He says, good to see you, Dragar.
Dragar would run up to him, not being able to do anything, but he would like rub him furiously with his hands. So he'd go, "Oh, Emil, how are you?"
You know, I feel a little bit awkward about this, Emil. Maybe you want to borrow my jacket?
Oh! What about the woman's suit? That will make him feel better going.
I don't think that works very well, Gaia.
Does the candles light up when we enter the room again?
Yep. And if you were to actually look around, you would see that the blah blah blah. The hallways actually kind of wrap around in a square shape, and then you would notice that there's two hallways, one on each side of the catacomb.
So, I'm guessing on our way down, of course, we did not see the book, the spell book. Or did you want us to give an investigation or perception check?
I'll go off your perceptions for passive for now, but if you want to do it further, then go ahead and make a check.
My passive 17.
Yeah, I knew it was high, and you didn't see it with that.
Okay. So, did you guys just come down here? Like, where all did you guys go for with the spell book?
We went all the way. She points up to the northwestern part of this map over here. We went over here and we saw there was a room full of monsters that were trying to kill us, but luckily we closed the door and they didn't kill us.
Yeah.
And then Emil came back, and then Gaia took all his fur off, and then we tied him up and put him in the catacombs.
Okay. Maybe we should search that hall for the spell book then, or what do you guys want to do?
Well, let's check the catacombs first, I guess.
If you were to look around the catacombs going west first, you would see more skeletal remains filled in niches of the walls, along with smaller annex. The amber husks that once were preserved are smashed beyond repair, and it just opens up into another small little annex. like area. If you were to then go to the east, niches set into the wall of this annex lie empty, except for thick coats of dust, as it looks like they didn't get around to having enough bodies to fill this one up yet, and it's an untouched catacomb.
Are there statues in these little alcoves, I guess?
Yes. It's more like amber, statues. I don't know why.
Drager would look
Okay.
to Dirge and Rion, and Dragatter says mostly Dragatter hears lots of rumors of secret passageways and catacombs. Not very good at searching for them though. And Drager would just start tapping on the rock with his hammer along the whole wall that we walked around and see if he heard any weird noises.
Ding, ding, ding. The smashing of your hammer on the wall, or tapping, not smashing, sorry.
Tragar, I think you need to be in the catacombs to find it. Not the inside of the tower.
I don't move my dude around, man. I'm theater to the mind, Dragar. Just kidding. Yeah, so do you want me, can I do a check for to see if I find a secret passage?
Anyone can do. This is kind of like free reign right now, so whatever you guys want to do, you do, until I tell you can't do whatever you want to do anymore.
All right, so I'll use my perception, and I will get a 23 to see if there are secret passages anywhere in the catacombs.
All right, you tinker around your hammer with great precision and a very close eye, and you, after a couple of minutes, maybe like 10, find that there seems to be nothing but skeletal remains and weird amber statues in this room.
Dragar says, since you guys left an army at the front door, maybe we can find the back way out of here?
It's possible we haven't explored everywhere.
Well, there's that room full of monsters. Maybe he wants us to kill those. They were big eye monsters.
Heinrich, you want to kill some big eye monsters?
There were like 5 mini beholders.
What do you think? You in?
A lot.
Don't tell me Chris dropped again.
No, I'm here. I'm just listening to
Okay.
you guys intently, waiting for you to see what you're going to do next.
He's talking to the wizard.
Yeah, I was talking to the wizard. I was seeing if Heinrich wanted to kill a couple of beholders.
Sure, you were listening.
The reason that you don't hear a response actually is because as you talk to the wizard, you realize that he's not there. He stayed back for whatever reason, I guess.
Oh,
I bet you that son of a bitch stole that damn spell book while you guys were not watching.
I don't know.
Well, we weren't watching.
Guys, like, watching what?
Well, how about this? Rion, I have a top secret plan, okay? Turn invisible, sneak up in there, and see if he's reading the book.
Oh, that's a sneaky.
Oh, joy.
That's a sneaky.
during this all, Dragar would start talking to Emil, and he'd be like, Emil, Dragar says, Emil, well, I think you might not be safe necessarily. The wizard with us, he hunts evil, and although I do not know your past, I do know that you turn into a werewolf and he's after you. I'm not sure how, but I think you need to find your own way out of here. It's scary. Do you remember anything from being a wolf or what?
He says it only comes in flashes, like a dream. I remember feeling so hungry, and the rage inside of my heart telling me to rip all of you to shreds.
Dragar fears if you change again, we will have no choice. Heinrich will probably kill you. It's natural for him to protect these temples for evil.
And
I need you. It would be preferable that you take off, to be honest.
And he says, I understand that and respect what you say completely. Although will be honest when I say that I have no clue where we are. You merely show me the door and I'll be on my way.
And Dragar says, I rescued you from jail and you are not free yet. I will find a way.
And he says, I understand. I miss
Dragar?
you.
We don't know a way out, Dragar, so he can't really leave.
All right,
Per se?
can you hide in Didn't we find like a secret area, like one of those
He can-
walls upstairs? He could
You
hide
can always
behind?
hide in the treasury.
Dragar says a good place, maybe.
He nods and says, if you do not wish my company, I understand completely. For what I did change into is a monstrosity, and I do understand that I put your life's all at risk.
Dragar says it is for your safety, my friend. Until we can leave this temple together, then it is for your safety.
So I understand, Dragar, and it seems that we now are even. I helped you escape, and you saved my life. After we find a way out of here, we will go our separate paths. And I will be honest, and I mean it in the kindest way, that I hope I never see you again.
Fair enough, my friend. And with that, Dragar will smack him on the back, and he will head out to see if he can find the wizard.
All right.
Yeah. If the group wants me to, then I will do that. Go invisible and
All
sneak
right.
up and see if
I like that it's a plan of action, so I am going to say do it. And unless Dragar says something otherwise, because he seems like
I'm sure Guy or Dirge would probably stop Dragar and say, "Hey, we sent Rion on this path." So I'm sure I'm filled in.
Rion, what's the code word if you're about to die? Is it just ouch?
probably gurgle because I would probably be dead. Well, I'm pretty sure like you guys can like be in the same room, just be up closer. Like you don't have to be way down here in the catacombs.
Well, I don't think we want him to hear us, If he hears that you're walking up, maybe he'll hide the book. I don't know.
Well, it's kind of a statute. Like, well, if you guys are here at this column, he won't hear you inside, or at least I don't think so, because it's kind of hard to hear in that statue. But yeah, when I get closer, I'll of course go invisible and try to sneak my way in.
All right, well, go do what you gotta do.
Ishmark says any plan is better than none, and we'll come hide by the catacomb or the pillar and wait for you to. He says we have your back. Make some kind of noise, and we will come.
Hopefully that won't be needed.
All right.
If you're not back in 1 minute, we'll be right there. Okay.
Rion shifts into invisibility and walks up the statue. As you creep up the stairs, I don't think you have to make invisibility confuses me. You don't have to make any stealth checks, or do you?
You have advantage on stealth checks.
All right, advantage. Because it's basically, I guess there's other senses besides sight, so he might smell you. It's been a while since you've showered. Or here. So yeah, go ahead and make an advantage.
Wow. Really?
Wow.
Okay.
13 is enough, though, that you don't make a sound at the very least. And as you walk up the stairs, you see him, and he's sitting at a desk, and he has his legs up, and he's you hear him murmuring about himself of trying to remember where he put the paperwork for the initiates. And then as you're waiting there expectantly, he kind of looks over his back, and then he looks the other way. And then he peeks up, and you see that there's like little eye holes in the statue, and he looks out and sees if there's anybody there. And he kind of goes into this like shifty looking mode. And upon looking back one more time, he reaches into his desk and he pulls out a book. And he buries himself deeply in it, smiling kind of like almost nefariously.
Sons of bitches, I knew it.
Right now you can't tell what he's reading, so you'd have to get closer and do another stealth check if you did.
Let me see what kind of equipment and crap I have. Is there like any loose stone up here on the statue that I could try to pick up and throw down?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Then I would like to grab that and kind of chuck it and make noise out here so that way they will hear it and maybe come up. But after I throw that rock, I'm going to cast Mage Hand on the book and rip it and bring it towards the door and grab it and take
I don't
it
think Mage
downstairs.
Hand's that strong, so I'm going to give him a contested strength against your Mage Hand.
That's only 10,
Okay.
I believe.
And
well, it's 10 pounds of force, so that's like if he's not like have his hands on the book, or if he's just not ready
you
for
can
it.
do an Arcana versus his strength.
Oh, that's lovely. Okay.
And he
Come
rolled
on,
pretty good.
Arcana.
This old man has some strength in him. You the
It's
book
horrible.
flies out of his hand, and he's like, "What the hell?" And then he actually does topple out of his chair, but as he's falling backwards, he slaps his hands on the book and closes it. And then he's just looking at it, and he's like, "You sneaky little book, you can't get away from me."
When the book is more in a clear view, do I actually see that it's the spell book?
Give me a perception.
Okay.
Oh shit! It's about to go down.
Really?
You're
Why
close. You're close enough to see that it is none other than the book, the Snow Dwarf, and the Seven Whites.
Snap! You jacked your book. Oh no!
And he's like, "I don't want anyone knowing
To
that I
know I'm
read such a
reading.
children's story. You can't run from me, little book." And he's like, "I'm tucking you back in the desk for now. You naughty thing, you."
Okay. And with that,
Oh no!
you had me going, Chris.
10 out of 10 out of 10.
Troll.
If we could give DMs inspiration and it won't come back and bite us in the ass, I would give you inspiration for that. But with that, I will go back downstairs.
The group anxiously waits your word to see if the nefarious wizard is the evildoer that you suspect him to be.
I'm going to get right up behind Kashmir, and then I'm just going to say, like, in a pretty loud voice, he doesn't have it, or at least I don't think he does.
He
Just
jumps.
scare the shit out of Kashmir.
And then he kind of
But
like,
I'm gonna stay invisible though.
and then he turns around after jumping, and in a monotone, like almost dour voice, he says, "You're gonna scare the life out of me." And you look at him, and he has this sunken ghoul face and looks like an undead thing as he tries to make some kind of quip at you.
I think the life has already been sucked out of you.
Well, that's
Sorry,
not very
but-
nice, Rion.
He nods.
Have you seen him? Look at him.
Well, I mean, when you get
Looks
old,
like he's been run over.
when you get old, I'm not gonna call you weird.
Did I gotta ask if you guys want Hendrik with us or not?
Hendrik? No, I don't trust that crazy old bat.
So what is your plan?
Go over here and search for a book. Or at least that's
So-
what I'm gonna do, because
You close the
I'm
door to the
interested.
room that I haven't hid, so I don't know if anyone. Let me see if I can hide it real quick. You know nothing.
yeah, I
But-
don't.
You know that they said that there's monsters in the north door. You have a plethora of doors to choose from, though, as along the western wall you see at least 3 other doors. And then to the south of where you guys currently are, you see 1 more door. And then you actually notice in the southwest corner that there seems to be a staircase heading up, as I just revealed that too.
Okay, and with my passive, I don't see the book anywhere.
Nope.
So what's going on, guys? Where's this book? Where'd you lose it?
Oh, I'm not here to fight over this. Let's just go find the book. Let's open that door. There were a bunch of beholders, and let's kill them.
Oh.
That's a good as plan as any.
Dragar says maybe we need Hendrik for this one. He's probably pretty good at killing these things.
No, leave him. And he's
He might-
reading a book that isn't. Yeah, he's reading a children's book.
Gaia will look longingly up at the ceiling. Is it magically 100 feet up?
Let me check by some miracle, but I heavily doubt it.
Yeah, because that's what she'd be doing. Like, I imagine she just looks longingly at the ceiling, like,
60 feet high, Gaia, and this part that you're in is actually much less than that. But in the tallest part, in that kind of temple cathedral area with the statue, it is
yeah.
60, and that's probably the highest you've seen in this temple period.
And she just kind of passed over, like, yeah, I suppose we go take care of the boaters.
So which door do you choose? You know that there's at least 4 monsters, like Dirge said, in the north door. These creatures with 1 eye in the center of their face, a greenish.
Let's just kick the doors down and squash them.
Dragar walks up to the door and kicks it down.
With us there, though. With us there.
Yeah, well, I'm just gonna roll a strength check for the fun of it.
Go ahead. See how
15.
poof, the door kicks open. Only because it's not locked, though, as it does kind of hurt your leg a bit kicking it. But since it is not locked, it inches open a bit and dust kind of plumes out. You see still sitting there these 4 creatures, and I will, again, show you what they look like zoomed close instead of describing it, because they are quite hideous in their appearance.
That is.
Spiked backs and one single eye as they mischievously stare at you.
It's only mildly horrifying, guys.
As soon as you kick open the door, though, there are Dragar, give me a con save.
You can add 5 to your roll.
Was I got a
24.
24 is enough.
I can still add 5 if you want.
Nope, that is enough to make the save. Let me just roll it anyways, though, because I realized last time I made a mistake. And you take you take half of 14, so 7, and then I believe Dirge's stuff.
If it's a spell.
Yeah, it's actually it's not a spell. So yeah, it doesn't if it's just like a normal attack, it doesn't do anything. It has to be a spell.
Let me read it. It's kind of wonky with the wording here.
Yeah. Either way, though, you get visions of rotting death like you did before. Only this time, it's so horrible that it kind of you start to feel like your brain almost sizzle, and you're either going to take 7 necrotic damage, or maybe less, depending on.
Beginning at 7th level, your ancient magic lies so heavily upon you that it forms an eldritch ward. You and friendly creatures within 10 feet of you have resistance to damage from spells.
Yeah, so it's not a spell. So you take the 7 necrotic damage, and this time you hear them whisper in the head that they're not going to let you leave so easily. They are quite anxious to have some company, and then they say, come in, and they all laugh in your brains. You all feel this laughter kind of pierce your minds, as it seems like these horrible creatures, disgusting in their intent, are trying to slither in your mind and improve or penetrate your deepest, darkest thoughts. Everyone roll initiative.
Here's a question, because I'm still invisible. Like, would I still hear it? Is it more of an area effect kind of deal, or are they actually targeting it?
You would still hear it, and this is interesting.
Okay.
I got to actually pull up their stuff now, because this is one of those monsters that wasn't in the compendium.
It might be a creature that has to see you, or you see it. If it's you see it, then it's different.
Yeah. But anyways, for now, roll your initiative, because these guys obviously aren't excited for you guys to leave, and you definitely hear it in your head, Rion.
Okay. Dan, you could change your own initiative, right?
Yeah, I just
You don't
tried
have to
to.
make Chris do it.
I just tried to, but
Did you hit enter after you hit 20? Sometimes you have to hit enter. Ooh,
Third has 99
Third's just-
initiative.
Yeah.
there I got it.
I'm going first.
And I'll let you guys. I guess the NPCs are with you this time, so you can each roll your NPCs.
Oh,
Except for
yes.
the wizard, you can delete him out.
Yeah, thank you. And Emil is not with you too. Before you feel that he is a danger. And let me know when you guys are in, and this actually gives me a chance to read what this creature does.
Been looking at my paladin spell list, and I don't want to write down any more spells. Too many spells.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another reminder. Don't forget about Dragar's 5-foot advantage thingamajig.
Yeah, it's the red aura.
So is everybody in the initiative yet, or are we still waiting on NPCs?
I think we're good.
I'm in.
I think
Judge
we're
me,
good. Yep. So the first up to act is once again Dragar. He's a mighty quick dwarf, eager to strike down these disgusting, foul creatures who have just penetrated his mind and shown him images of death and corrosion. What do you wish to do?
Okay, because of Dragar's wolf adaptation into his barbarian lore thing. Can't remember right now. It's awesome. Dragar will run directly into the room and get as close as he can to as many of the beasts lead his pack to a brutal victory. And Dragar rushes in with his warhammer held high, the one that Dirge gave him. It's gleaming silver. Large fucking warhammer head is just fucking waiting to kill and maim. And with his first attack, Dragar hits with a 20. He's not raging yet, so it's only 8 damage.
All right, you crunch into the side of this creature's face. You hear the smashing of bones that this creature clearly has, even though it is hideous in nature. Your second attack.
All right, the second attack would be again with the two-handed warhammer. Dragar comes down again on the first beast, same beast, on the exact same beast, with a 15.
15 just hits. It tries to jump back, but it's not quick enough as the hammer slams again on top of its head, almost bulging out its eyes with 14 damage.
With these 2 blows and the momentum of his hammer swinging and connecting, Dragar rages out with his bonus action.
Beautiful.
And you can see the dull glow of his tattoos start to get a little bit brighter as the red in his face gets more and more crimson.
Very nice. Next to spring into action is the creature that you're actually slamming your hammer into, and he says, "Oh, stop that! It hurts!" And he lets go a flurry of claw attacks. Probably not hitting you with a 14, but getting through as you dodge the first left strike. He kind of uppercuts you with his claws for 8 damage.
I have a AC of 17 with a max AC of 19 with my shield now.
All right, he did a 22 to hit.
That would definitely hit me no matter what.
Yep, and you take 8 piercing. Actually, no, it's not. It is magical piercing damage. So.
Okay, so I'll take all 8.
Yes.
You still resist it, even if it's magical.
Okay, so I take half damage?
I don't think so.
I only resist physical attacks.
Yeah.
So.
He's not Totem of the Bear.
No, I'm saying a magic weapon still gets cut in half, unless it's like a type of magic.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, I'll let you take it full for now, and go ahead, Kashmir. And that's you again, Dan.
Yeah, absolutely. Kashmir would see this, and he wouldn't appreciate anything being inside of his head. It would really bother him. He wouldn't want anybody to know what was going on in there. So Kashmir would cast magic missile at level 2, and 1 missile for each beast. Just takes me a second to get all the options down for rolling through.
No worries.
And that's what I hit for.
And the same beast that you're striking, right?
All 4, 1 missile per beast.
Oh, 1 missile per beast. Sorry. Then that's a little different. So we got him at that.
With that, Kashmir was a step back as well. You try to get away from the door a little bit.
Beautiful. And next up is Dirge. As I'm calculating the damage, these shards of missiles start exploding behind the shoulders of Dragar, coming from Kashmir and landing into each of these creatures with impeccable precision.
All right. Dirge has her weapon out, full radiance. Not that it matters to these creatures, I think. She runs up, seeing the creature that... oh, that's not her. You're not Dirge. You see Dirge run up adjacent to him. And which of these 2 creatures did you hit? Can you ping them?
The front one, right in front of him.
All right,
He
Dirge
looks
just
pretty badly injured.
Dirge just raises her sunblade and just drops the hammer on him proverbially.
That definitely hits, and for a whole buttload of damage, what is the final on it?
That's 14, 21 if it's undead. I don't think it's undead.
You're thinking correct, as it doesn't seem to take that. And
Okay.
as you hit it, you hear it cry out in horrific pain to stop. That hurts. You're going to kill me. And he looks very bloodied.
You know, I have an obligation to kill all you troublemakers. And she swipes a second time, slashing it, just digging the blade right into the eye of this creature for 11 more damage.
And describe what it looks like as you finish it off, actually.
You just kind of see her slash it across the face, and then the second time, you just see her lunge forward, and you just see the blade enter his eye and just burst out of his back, kind of like a lightsaber through the gut. And she just pulls the blade out, and the creature just slumps over dead as she stands shoulder to shoulder with Dragar, even though she's like 2 feet taller.
Beautiful. Gaia, you're just able to spring into action next as you see the magical missiles flying over and Dirge running in and slaying one of these creatures in front of Dragar.
Awesome. Yeah, she will go on in, pulling out Blight Slayer and going to town.
Swing, batter,
One
batter.
hit. Nice. And her off.
Minimum damage.
Huh. Right. Well, she's going to put some smite on that, so let's hope that. Let's see. First level, second level, so that's 3d8s. Oh my gosh, minimum. Jeez.
Terrible.
Jeez,
Beautiful.
Jeez. I'm getting off hand in there, anyways, and that's not going to help even with the bonus. So, disadvantage. What am I talking about? There we go. 14 and. Oh, she's just her.
Yeah,
dex.
14 does not get it done, just barely.
Wait, but what about +3 from her dex?
Oh, then definitely it slides
Okay.
past him.
Well,
Awesome.
you're not adding your proficiency bonus in that too, are you not?
Yeah, Mary, you should
Alright,
make some attack macros. Just saying.
4 more damage plus your modifier, or no, you don't get a modifier because you're not a dual wielder, right?
Just a flat 4.
Yep. All right, though. Nonetheless, you burst in with a flurry of strikes. Your first attack landing, I believe, lightning, right?
Mm-hmm.
Electric arcs surge from your blade.
Plus 7 points of lightning.
Beautiful. And you go in with your offhand and slash into it again, cutting this creature. Blood starts pouring out the side of its face, although as it seeps out, it's this gross black ichor that seems quite thick. Next up is the creature that is across from you, actually, Gaia, and as it sees you doing that to its comrade, he yells out in your mind. You almost have to cover your ears in the mix of the battle, and he says, "Leave him alone," and make a con save.
Dang.
Add 5 to that.
Okay, so that'll be 16.
Nice. Enough to save, but you still take half of 13, so 6 necrotic damage as you get the same visions. You get almost like this panned out view of yourself, and maggots are climbing out of your eyes. Next up is the one in front of Dirge, and as you finish pulling your sword out and basically kicking over this dead corpse, it is going to try to claw you twice. Not doing so with either. They both chink off your armor with ease as they rolled absolutely terrible. And as you see your friends getting attacked, Rion, it is your turn.
All right. Rion is going to do like a combat roll. Like he's going to combat roll into the doorway, and he's going to bring up his crossbow and kind of do like a left and right, and then realize that nobody can see him. And then he just stands up and moves on in. And then he's going to shoot at the one right in front of Dirge 3 times with his hand crossbow. Oh, hang on. That should be at advantage, which it's a 20, so that hits. So,
Yep.
This one's going to be at advantage. So let's see, what is that? 16 hits, correct?
Yep.
Okay. And then the next one. So does I'm guessing a 12 does not hit, but then
correct.
Okay, so that's the better one. So grand total of damage would be 16, 17, 18. Okay, I'm not using this macro anymore because it's so confusing trying to figure out which rolls are what.
That hurts my brain indeed.
Yes, so it's 18, 19, 31.
And that's on which one again,
No,
sorry?
31, 32, 33. That should be 33 damage on the one right in front of Dirge.
Nice. 3 bolts shoot out from your crossbow at tremendous speed, sinking into this creature's eye almost like a bullseye. You see it reel up on its hind legs and look like it's in excruciating pain, but nonetheless it hangs on to dear life. You see that its green eye shifts this erratic red as it looks like from the entry of the bolt, it seems to start bleeding in his actual eyeball underneath the eye skin itself, as I forget what that's called. Ishmark is now up, though.
Ishmark sees the battle going on here, and he just charges in and rushes right into the fray, attacking the one in front of Dirge.
Beautiful. That one seems very bloodied.
Fear not, I will not roll awful and save your lives. Public roll. Public roll. And
Shing, shing, miss, miss.
Fantastic.
Actually, Dragar advantage, right? So
Yes.
Yep.
So those actually all hits.
yeah, that's busted. You can describe the finesse strike that finished off
Yes.
this one also.
You see that he's about to miss the strike, but the powerful pack tactics of Dragar save the day as he just crunches right into the shoulder blade and just decapitates one of the limbs, and the creature just falls over dead from shock. And he stands ready to fight.
Beautiful and so inspiring. Who's up next? This one, who Gaia is striking. Gaia, give me a deception check.
Oh, snap.
Oh my god. How can I roll so bad?
Deception
Very
check.
carefully.
And that's on you, Gaia. Oh, you rolled it. So you feel that this creature tries to intrude your mind even further, actually penetrating into basically your secrets, trying to find out something against you to use. But with the fortitude of Paylor's guidance, your mind is not easily intruded, and you block this thing out with a bolt of lightning in your mind that you hear it as you pan back in and actually have this blurred vision start to concentrate on this creature. You see that it almost is knocked back momentarily, and I believe that it used its whole action to do that, so Dragar is back up.
Dragar at this point, with his tattoos starting to flare, they're dull yellow. He will sidestep between Dirge and Ishmark, and then sidestep again to be in between both beasts. Turning to the beast on his right, Dragar in his mind will actually try to speak to the beast on the left of him. Just say, "Why shouldn't I kill you?" As he does 2 quick attacks to the beast on his right. Both two-handed warhammer strikes. One's an 18 and one's a 23. And they're both 15, 27 damage. 24 damage. 29 damage, sorry, 29 damage.
As you slam into this creature twice with your hammer, you almost explode its eyeball right out of its head. And as you to ask why would you not kill it, it responds that if you save it, it will help you.
And Dragar with will motion, "Stop." Dragar asks to stop all of his friends, and I know in the middle of battle this is a very odd request, but Dragar will say, "Dragar says it might be able to help us. Just give me 1 second, please. I will take all of the brunt."
As he holds his hand up to stop in the mix of the battle, everyone's swords or weapons at the ready. They're moments away from striking. The first one up is Kashmir, and I'm assuming that since you control Kashmir, Dan, you're going to let him listen to you.
Kashmir would actually, being so far away from the room, just kind of have his eyes peering in, and hearing that, to just turn around and be like, "Oh, jeez, what now?"
Next up is Dirge.
Did he kill the one, or are they both still alive?
Both still alive, although both are pretty hurt. The one that Dragar just slammed into on the right is looking not too well. Looking like his brains might pop out if he takes another one.
Right, Dirge stands on his side, kind of looking away from him. And she just kind of stands there and says, "All right, if you try anything funny, I'll just kind of gut you."
And Dragar would look at her and with a smile now, and like almost like a really really more than like for Dirge, not only because of everything else that's been going on, would smile and say, Dragar says you can kill that one. We only need one.
Oh, okay. And she just karate chops it in the back with a sword.
Karate chop.
Karate chopper. She goes and chops. So with advantage.
You karate chop this guy in half and get your black belt as he splits right down the middle.
Whew. All right. Well, it's a lot better to consort with one evil creature than two, I guess.
Gaia, you are up next as Dragar has called a ceasefire, and Dirge has just chopped this remaining creature, the second last one, in half. There's only one in front of you, and it's kind of slinking away in the corner like a trapped animal. And you hear it piercing into its thoughts, or hear it piercing into your thoughts that it will help you. It'll tell you anything. It knows a lot. I can help you.
Gaia in the ceasefire and kind of this. So she'll have both her swords raised and aimed at the creature, and so she'll be like, "Okay, Dragar, do what you want," and to the creature, like, you attack, and I stick these back in you.
And says, "No, I did not attack. I would very much like to live, unlike my foolish friends." And I guess that, or Rion, I will give you a chance to listen to Dragar or not.
I kind of want to be that guy and just shoot him because it's evil creature, like evil.
Evil.
Two paladins are trying to, negotiate with an evil creature. Okay,
I just killed one, to be honest.
Yeah, I will hold my action for if he moves. Pump this guy full of bolts.
I trust Dragar.
And I'm assuming that Ishmark isn't going to do anything.
Ishmark will look at Dragar very confused.
All right. The creature says, "Yes, very smart to trust me, for I know many things. I can help you." And it kind of rears up one of its front paws and pats at its bloody face.
Shoot it. I said if it moves.
Good. Come on.
I said if he moves, I'm going to shoot it. No, I am joking.
Okay, because Dragar's gonna get fucking mad, man. Dragar's about to get pissed. Dragar's fucking. You see veins in Dragar's forehead start to pop, and in his mind, Dragar says, "Talk to me, beast. Leave my friends alone." And he would continue on, and you could just see his glow from his tattoos start, and Dragar would be like, "Dragar says, what can you help me with?"
He says, "It depends on what you want to know. Ask, and I will do my best. I'm very eager to live."
Dragar asks, "How do we find our way through this temple?"
And he says, "That's a very broad question you ask."
Are there more than one way out?
Yes.
Dragar would look to his friends and say, in his mind still, to the beast, "Dragar will kill you if you screw with his friends." And Dragar would look to his friends and say, "Is there any questions you want to ask?" This beast says he knows quite a bit.
I mean, I could force the truth out of him, but I feel like it would be wasted on a creature like this that knows nothing.
And Dragar would ask the beast what he's doing in the room. And Dragar wonders what you are doing in here.
He says, "Give me a moment for me to look at the page that says what I'm doing."
Dragar's got lots of fucking questions.
This is the janitor's closet, and I got trapped in here because I'm a janitor.
Dragar would actually, with that, step forward towards the beast and try to intimidate it to answer quicker.
Don't hurt me any further. Me and my associates were looking for forbidden lore, and we found a bit too much, you could say. And he kind of laughs, but then once he does laugh in your mind, you hear him also wincing as he's very hurt, and a big splatter of blood comes out from the side of his face.
So he's not actually speaking out loud. He's only speaking to Dragar in Dragar's mind. Correct?
Yeah, I guess Dragar asked him to only speak to him, so that is true at this
Okay.
point. He's kind of turned it off into just Dragar's mind. He's getting
So-
PMs right now.
Is he?
We're
Is
kind of
this
all
video-
like doing this Mexican standoff. Like I got my crossbow like pointed at this guy, and pretty sure Dirge has sunblade up, ready to stab this thing, and we're all like, Dragar, should we kill it or what's going on here?
Dragar would turn to Rion and say, Dragar is speaking through its mind. It's kind of wild. They are focused to hurt us through our minds, so I asked it to only speak to me. What is there anything you want to know? I could ask it to start speaking to you if you think you could handle it. And then you kind of motion
I'd
towards the
rather
beast
not.
like, punk!
I'd rather not it be in my head. Ask him if he knows where the spellbook is, if he's seen it.
And Dragar would just assume that the beast speaks common, so Dragar would look at the beast like, answer me.
Say again, sorry.
Where the spellbook is?
Oh, yeah. He says, yes, I know where this book is. It is in the room over here.
And Dragar would at that point, he'd be like, no, and he would back the creature further into the corner if he could, and he would actually lift his warhammer, and he'd be like, Dragar says I don't think so, beast, but who knows what you have in store for us.
He says, no, I promise I seen someone take it and run into that room.
Dragar asks someone like who?
An old man.
And with that, Dragar would relay all of the information to all of his friends. And he would kind of look and wink to Rion, and basically like motion to him like, don't put down your bow, your crossbow, and with that, Dragar would look back to the beast and say, "What room?"
He points again, and he's pointing to the room to the, just to your, if you were to come out of the doors, just to your right. Kashmir is standing really close to it.
Okay, Kashmir still would be, I'm sure that you would agree, just kind of standing there like, fuck, what's taking them so long? Like, what the hell are we doing here? Yeah, with that, Dragar would be like, Dragar wonders, should we send the beast in first, or he says a man stole the spellbook and ran in there.
Give him the description of the old wizard and see if that is the same old man or if it's a different one. And also, Chris, are these the statues in here the same ones that are in the other room, I guess 42, where Kashmir got his powers? They kinda look like the
Give me a perception check.
same. Okay.
And tell me what you roll as I'm doing some other stuff right now.
No, we're just fucking
Alright.
downloading shit.
In that case, I rolled a 99.
Oh, definitely not enough, unfortunately.
Okay. 24.
24 is enough to, yes, recognize them. As you look at them, they seem quite a bit smaller, but if you were to look, the sarcophagus do seem to have that same amber coating, and then in the middle of them, you do see this black, almost ooze / tentacle-like creature swarming around in it, and it does seem very similar to the ones that Kashmir was touching, and although it be a bit smaller, very similar indeed.
Rion, you never showed me the book, did you?
Show, no, technically not. Like, you would have seen Rion looking at it in the room, so you would have seen what it looks like. But as far as like actually showing you, no, because he put it in his backpack and then threw the whole backpack at you. Now, whether you looked into the backpack, that's
Would
a
I be able
story,
to
but
cast locate object?
I was thinking about taking that.
That would make this a lot easier if I just could know locate object here with my spell I picked up here. But yes. I don't know.
Uh,
Describe or name an
Dirge,
object that
ask-
is familiar to you. But yeah. I feel like that's
Not
cheating,
Dirge,
so I'm not going to do it.
Dragar, ask these creatures if they were once human and if the power they gained came from these statues and turned them into what they are. Is that like a possibility?
If he were to ask that, he would say not these sarcophagus in particular, but something in this temple did change them. They've seen something so dark and evil that it contorted their very minds and transformed them into these hideous creatures.
Oh, we know something like that, don't we? He looks at Skeletor.
Which is outside the room.
Cashmere. Yeah. That's Chris's roleplay. My attack.
And what are you asking, Kashmir? Sorry.
Is this the same? Is this the same thing that happened to our friend Kashmir here?
No. You would notice that Kashmir still looks very human, although it's undead, and these creatures look how they look.
Very
These
pretty.
things, very cute and cuddly.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, guys, I don't want to be that person here, but if we're not going to get anything helpful soon, I think we should just be on our way.
And he says, "The book is in the room. I told you already."
Dragar would try one time to actually intimidate, to see if the creature was telling the whole truth, and then I'm gonna roll a 19.
So if
Wouldn't
you
that
were,
be more insight than intimidate?
if you were to intimidate him, he would just like wince down and like a scared puppy.
It'd be kind of like a
hell.
mobster cutting off a finger to see if there's anything else you want to tell me before I cut off the next one.
He says that no, the book is in the room. It's what you need. The old man took it there.
And Dragar would look to the beast and say out loud with his actual vocal cords. Dragar says, "I will keep my bargain. You may leave, but if you hurt my friends or me again, you will die."
Oh, and the wizard will totally kill you
did
if he sees you. So be careful.
Did you give the vision of the wizard to the creature and to see if that was the same person or no?
I did. I think Chris said it wasn't, but
Okay.
Oh, you
I
gave
completely
the description. I didn't hear you actually say that. I heard him suggest that, but I didn't hear that you said you wanted to do that. If you were to give him the description of Henrik, he would say, "Yeah, that matches."
See, I knew the old man took it.
Dragar said,
You
"Didn't
guys
you
thought
see
I was
old
crazy.
man? Didn't you see old man?"
Well, I mean, I do know a spell that will possibly help us figure out if he's lying. I did pick up Zone of Truth. I mean, there's a chance he could resist it, but we would know if he resisted.
And he just says to you guys, "Why don't you just go check the room?"
Yeah, like I'm gonna check the room. Gaia, do you want to come with me while they, I guess, still interrogate this creature?
Let's just lock him in here, and we'll come back for you later.
If we could keep our thoughts on him,
Dragar will leave the
I will
beast
go with
alone.
us.
All right.
Guy wants the beast to come with us. What do you guys think?
Are we locking the door?
Can we lock the
Gaia
door?
I think Gaia just wants a pet.
No, I was trying to say, she's like, or we can keep our swords on him and bring him with us. Because she has her swords drawn on him, so.
I drew a bargain. Dragar would say. Dragar said, drew a bargain with the beast. He would tell us what we needed to know, and we would leave him alone. At this point, unless he deceives us in some way, I would like to be able to keep my bargain.
Yeah, so you should honor your word and leave him alone. So
Gaia's
He's,
like,
he's
well,
asking Gaia to respect. He's asking Gaia. She'll do the same.
I trust you, Dragar.
I'm going to quietly open this door and kind of peek in.
All right,
Like, just
doing it.
sneakily.
It's almost impossible to do it quietly, but you can not enter fully. Like these are big stone doors, but as you peek in, make sure I'm reading the right one. This room has an amber glaze to the walls, like pretty much all of them, and you would be also surprised to know that they have black marble floors with red veins kind of streaking through it. You see 3 amber sarcophagi standing in each of the alcoves, although darkness, but yeah, Dirge's light will kind of, or her sun sword. So just basically assume that everything is dark, but Dirge is using her light. So as long as you're standing close to Dirge, you can see, unless you have something else you want to do.
I can cast light now,
So,
so
yeah.
I can either do that or my sword does glow.
My
That's true.
sword is super ultra bright. You can see the radius here.
Yep. So yeah, between as long as somebody does that, I'm going to assume that you can see in this room, and that is what you see. Although obviously shadows kind of emanate from the alcoves and whatnot. You can't see fully in, but from what you see, you just see these 3 sarcophagi.
We don't see any persons in there.
Do not see any persons in there.
Let's go take a closer look, Dirge.
Dragar would be right behind the 2 of them as well.
All right, Dirge will step into the room,
Okay.
looking around.
As you look around, give me a perception check.
I'm gonna try a perception too, if that's okay.
Everyone in the room. I don't know if Gaia is in the room.
Gaia is kind of walking the door. Kind of watching her back a little bit.
Dirge just kicked everybody's ass.
That just irritates the shit out of me. Like, I have a +7. Why do I always roll like below 5?
Double crit.
My rolls.
I succeeded at life today.
Attaboy.
Seeing.
I got an 18.
All right. So as you're checking through the room, you don't see anything. Most of all, Dirge, you don't necessarily see anything besides the sarcophagi. They're the same as the ones in the room that you were just in. Also very similar to the ones that Kashmir made a deal with. As you're looking and kind of focusing on the black tentacles moving around in this thing, almost with a sentience to it, Dirge is able to hear something move at the last second, but it's far too late as you look behind and see a huge gas go across Rion. Like he's almost cut wide across the torso. And he takes 26 damage.
Whoa.
Wow.
From what?
As you look, you see nothing. Just blood explode from his torso. And as you look at the wound itself, you see that a black kind of vein starts to fill across it. As you take of that 26 damage, 10 necrotic damage.
Okay.
Was that a spell?
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask.
Not a spell.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not good.
Rion, you just felt like you almost got cut in half.
Dragar would immediately take a defensive stance.
Code word ow. whatever the word
Gurgle,
I need to say.
gurgle,
And then,
gurgle.
yeah, gurgle. Rion would then immediately start to try to heal himself and be looking where he got. Actually, he's going to back up.
So we're going to
Towards
roll initiative, obviously.
Okay. So
And, everyone just
don't do healing first.
nope.
Okay.
Hey, you have your turn to
sucks.
heal on.
Because where did it go? Did it not do what I wanted it to do?
Okay. So again, really quick, do you want me to step back because I did say I was?
No,
doing
don't even move.
Okay. Just want to double check.
What's going on?
I'm gonna
here?
run away like a little bitch on my turn.
All right, that worked out time. And let me know when everybody else is in.
I'm
I
not
is
sure.
in.
Say again, Mary. Sorry.
I is in. I am in.
Okay.
I am in. I get it. We're there. I caught up.
All good.
All right. So assuming we're all in, I'm gonna readjust the old
You
initiative and
Forgot to take out the old monster. Initiative 5.
Oh, is that
He
what you
doesn't need to
think?
be in there. Unless he's going to come back and bite her in the butt.
Dirge is up.
Okay. Well, with my 24, did I notice anything?
All you heard something move.
All right.
You probably smell death.
Can I locate the general direction of that smell?
Right in front of Rion.
All right. Can I attack that area blindly?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Dirge will. You'll see her weapon will. You'll see this like sun sword, which is just glowing with radiant energy. You'll see vines begin to grow around the hilt, and she'll swipe out in that direction blindly, trying to hit it.
All right, do so at disadvantage.
Okay.
Or yeah, disadvantage. Whew! You do cut into something.
All right. The creature has to take a strength saving throw.
All right. It rolled a not so good 15.
15. I believe the DC is 5 plus 3, which I believe is 15, right?
5 plus 3
Plus 8.
plus 8.
No, that's
is-
16.
Oh, it is 16. Yeah.
8 and 8.
So yeah, her DC actually just went up this level. So the DC on her saving throw is 16.
Okay.
So that's a fail. You see these vines begin to immediately surround this invisible figure and begin to choke it to death.
Nice. And what are you casting, just so I know?
Ensnaring strike.
All right, cool. And you see that the vines wrap around an invisible figure that is pretty big, but not big enough to be a size larger than you, but essentially like the size of like a Goliath or something. And does it take any damage or?
On its turn, it will take strangle damage.
Okay, cool.
And
Dragar-
it's restrained.
Dragar is now up, so go ahead. And Dragar, you see vines basically wrap around something invisible.
Dragar at first would have been, kind of like, what the hell? And then, but as soon as he sees the vines, he would look over to Dirge and kind of just, question with his body language, like, yeah, go.
Yeah. Sure.
All right, and then Dragar would proceed to smash twice with his warhammer, no rage or anything like that, just 26 and 12.
I'm gonna say that since the vines are wrapped around this thing, that obviously you can not have to worry about disadvantage. So 26 does hit, 12 absolutely does not.
All right, so it takes six damage.
All right. And I missed something, Joe. So I get to make a save at the end of my turn, though, right? Because if that's the case, I'm just gonna penalize myself for not paying attention.
Yes.
Right. So yeah, that's fine then. And it is a strength check again.
Yeah. Is it his turn yet, though?
Yes.
All right,
It
then
is.
yeah. If it's his turn, he'll go.
I have it hidden because I don't want you guys to see the token.
Okay.
All right. And this time you see the vine snap,
Okay.
and Rion is now up.
Rion's going to disengage. And then
All right.
go all the way over here. Away
Okay.
from the said creature.
Oh, he's
and
not that
then
tough.
Cast. He hurt me very badly. I'm going to cast
Special
a
place.
healing word. on
Sounds
me.
good.
But by the way,
that
the
will be
creature
my
takes
turn.
1d6 damage from the vines at the start of its turn.
Go ahead and roll it.
Yeah, choke damage.
Choke it.
Also, did Dragar move?
Ah.
Beautiful.
No.
Okay.
All right. And next up is Gaia. You just from that kind of 6 seconds of combat realize that there's something invisible in this room, but lose track of it after the vines break, and realize that it almost essentially cut Rion in half with its first strike.
Mm-hmm.
What do you wish to do? As you have probably no clue where it is unless you have something up your sleeve.
No, she hasn't a clue. But she will do, seeing that Rion is hurt. She too will use Healing Word as a bonus action. And she will then ready an action to strike if somehow magically she realizes there's a person there that she can. And so roll up. 1d4 plus. So take an extra 4, Rion.
Yay! Thank you.
Welcome.
All right. Did anything else?
She's ready in action. Like, who knows if she'll see this creature suddenly or not? But
Just to clarify for you, Chris, the creature does its action to break free.
Yeah. I got you. It didn't do anything besides that. Don't worry.
Okay.
And next up then is Ishmark.
Ishmark, where is Ishmark? Is he right outside here?
Mm-hmm.
He'll stand up. He'll kind of look to Dirge, just rush right up here, and he'll go take a dodge action.
Okay, and Kashmir's up next.
All right, Kashmir's the sneaky one. Kashmir's going to go to the doorway, and then he's going to... Where the hell was it? Bam. He's going to detect magic.
Very nice. You detect that for the duration you sense the magic. Someone has casted, or someone or something has casted invisibility right there in front of Dragar and
Okay.
Dirge.
There's an action.
That would be your main action to cast a spell.
Can I use a bonus action still?
Yep, but not a spell.
So I can't drop it cast as a spell, so I understand what you're saying. So yeah, okay, I'm done then.
You can do Bardic Inspiration. That's about it.
Which he doesn't,
He doesn't have.
So yeah, we're good.
Next up, what's your passive, Gaia? You on mute if you're trying to talk. Still on mute? Am I on? Did I drop again? Am I here?
No, you did not.
Oh,
You're there.
Mary dropped. Okay, that sucks. Should be back soon. The magical time of the night where her internet drops. I'll say it because Rion has a ridiculous passive that you hear a door behind you, much sounding like a stone amber door sliding open, but you can't see because you're in the room.
Okay.
So, hang on. Are you basically saying like this door back here is opening, or
Yeah,
is that what it sounds like?
Perhaps, or maybe another
Chris?
door. But yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
In the detect magic spell, it says that I actually create a visible aura around the creature.
Yeah, does it do it for everybody though, or just you?
I think it's just for you.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
it's just for you.
So Kashmir would see
Yeah.
the aura, and that's it. Okay.
Kashmir knows where it is, and he could probably call it out, and maybe that would help people.
If he had
He
fairy
runs away
fire,
or
it
something.
would work.
Dirge is up next though, and you in the heat of this battle do not hear any sliding doors or anything.
Yeah, Dirge is not worried about that. She again, you see this lightsaber begin to grow vines atop it as she tries her best to ruin the Dungeon Master's encounter.
Good luck. You will need it.
15 hit?
No.
Ah, shucks. All right, so you just see her blindly flail her sword around, a bit kind of perturbed as to what's going on here. You know, I really should have taken branding smite, but oh well. You know. Yeah, so she just misses twice and is a bit confused. You still see the vines glowing on her sword, though.
Absolutely. And that ends your turn then?
Yeah, she can't do anything else.
Dragar, you're up, and you see Dirge just kind of swing her sun sword. The flame you hear fluttering in the air as she's thrusting as hard as she can, but do not see any contact like the last time where blood was drawn from an invisible wall, essentially.
All right, so Drager will take a... Wait. Drager will take... Can I do a perception check to see if I can... I know this thing is... Is this thing fully invisible? Nothing's in...
You can maybe smell or hear it, though.
It's
But,
super invisible.
Yeah, it's the most invisible.
Can I see if I can hear it? Drager will try to listen.
Yeah, go ahead.
12.
You do not. You listen intently, but all you can hear is the heavy breathing and swiping of Dirge's sword.
Just
All right.
hear.
So Dragar with his first attack will take one swing in the empty space, or the space that he fought before, that he hit with.
Mm-hmm.
And with a crit.
Oh!
So Dragar swings once at the block in front of him for a crit.
That's a 19. It's disadvantage.
Yeah, 19 does hit. You don't get the, unfortunately, since
That's
it's
fine.
invisible, it's disadvantage, but you do hit.
So I do hit something?
Yep.
All right, so that's 13 damage.
Beautiful.
With that, do I phase out his invisibility?
No.
He has like ultra invisibility.
Okay, so Dragar will swing again. Because, damn it. No. Now that I know it's there, this thing, I realize that the size of this is bigger than a normal average human.
Yes.
All right, I will swing again then.
This time missing.
All right, so Dragar will finish his turn and upset. Hold on, the noise is gonna work. Hold on, we're good. Upset Dragar will kind of just stand there and still kind of confused, so he's not raging out. He'll just wait to see what happens next.
All right. Next up is presumably Rion, but before he gets to do anything,
Sad monkey.
it's gonna hurt, probably.
Hopefully them and not me. No offense.
Oh. Okay.
Whammy, whammy. Definitely
Dragar feels.
all the damages.
Hold on a second. Why is it rolling that much? Is it accounting for the crit?
He's regretting his life decision to not rage.
Oh, that's exactly what it's doing.
Hopefully it's not a typo.
No, it's
Go
right.
ahead.
It is definitely right. So let me just
Well,
calculate.
no, I'll clarify later.
All right. So the first thing you feel, Dragar, is 35 damage, as it feels like the equivalent of an alligator has just chomped down on your shoulders.
No problem.
The next thing you feel, Dragar, or what's your AC? 17 at the highest?
Yeah, 19 at the highest.
And that is your reaction, right?
Yeah.
I guess I'll let you take that so that you maybe have a chance of not dying.
Okay. I will take the reaction to block with my shield and roll away from the damage that I took the first time.
And AC on Dirge right now.
18?
18. Dirge, you take 16 damage also as you feel what feels like a gigantic sword hit you in your armor, and you just instantly feel the bottom of it cave in and cut through. Some of that, as you look down, you see this black kind of necrotic damage seeping through. As of the 16 damage, you took 4 necrotic damage.
Okay, but it's still 16, right?
Yep. Next up is Rion.
All right. I'm gonna do your favorite thing, dispel magic.
All right. Nice job.
Now, I'm gonna try to ping it right where I think the creature is, but it is a range of 120 feet. So, and I am gonna target invisibility. So, I'm guessing it's greater invisibility. So I need to make the charisma roll.
Yep.
Okay.
Roll high.
Come
That's
on.
better than low.
Yeah, that's nope.
That's not good.
Failed.
Do you have inspiration, perhaps?
I don't, unless someone wants to give me theirs. Going once.
A very hurt Dragar will swing his hand and kind of just lift it up, almost like he's doing this pose of awesomeness from his hurt position, and you feel this emanating power just come from Dragar as you gain his inspiration.
Yes, thank you.
Don't blow it.
And watch this be. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's okay. I forgive
sucks.
you, Rion.
I'm going to
Go ahead.
give my my bardic inspiration to Gaia.
So give it to somebody that can stop him.
Gaia is up next, and you feel very inspired by Rion. Almost like a D8, I believe, could inspire you to do pretty much anything.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Let's see.
Can you
Jeez,
MacGyver a solution?
Diverse solution.
Oh, son of a! Bitch. Sorry.
Son of a bitch.
Is there a spell
cast
called
it as
see
a-
invisibility?
Yes, but none of us have it.
Oh no.
I didn't hear that. What?
So it's safe to say, with everything that's been going on, that guy can determine that something is here. Yes.
Oh yeah, when you are watching your friends, they literally look like they're getting hit by trucks that are made of blades. Like as Dirge got hit, she probably almost got like hit back into the sarcophagus and then dropped back down.
And I'm thinking, guy's going to try and dispel magic in this area.
See if you have better luck. Roll your charisma.
Yes.
Is it charisma for her, or would it be her?
It is if it's higher than level. If it's level 3 or low,
you gotta roll it.
Just ends. Okay. Let me just go double check my notes real quick to make sure that I do it right. So yeah, high level.
It's just a d20 plus 2. You have a modifier of 2.
Yeah.
What's your? How are you casting it? Is it through your druid?
It has to be
Spell?
through druid.
Yeah.
Okay. Then isn't druid spellcasting mod wisdom?
They're both the same.
So it'd be
they're both
just
14.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Just plus 2.
All right, so roll the dice and see if you're.
Bummer. Nope.
Dirge gives you her
That's like-
inspiration to roll
Oh, yeah,
higher.
that's right. And Mary, you have a bardic inspiration. Please don't forget that. Come on.
All right. Well,
Yeah,
we
but
rolled the
my bardic
d20.
inspiration.
Oh, that looks a lot better.
Hey.
Enough though.
All right, there goes my inspiration.
Thank you.
All right, what you see in front of you is a hulking creature that looks like this, only it is wielding a magnificent black greatsword that has blood dripping across it, and it is your blood that is dripping across it. And it is about 8 feet tall.
It's just like
You know, in my mind, it wasn't so bad.
It looks pretty bad. This thing looks like massive. You're surprised that it's not actually considered large, but it is quite bigger than you.
The Dirge, it's large in her heart.
And as you look at it, even though you've landed some strikes on it, it looks pretty dang healthy. Anything else, Gaia?
let's see. That was a spell, so she will do a quick healing word to Dragar. There. Enjoy 3 points. Better than nothing. Bloop.
Bloop. Ishmark is now up.
Dragar takes him, thankfully. Sorry.
A little thing of, okay, maybe I won't die yet.
Where does Ishmark cut up his sleeves? As this thing has now been released from its
I gotta roll a
form.
concentration check since you blasted me, I believe.
Okay.
Okay, I passed. He didn't do 28 damage. So I'm good. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm controlling Ishmark. Yeah, Ishmark will see this thing appear and just run up and slash it 3 times.
All right.
And then
Where'd it go?
that's future
We're not
us
in that room, Mary, so we don't know where it was.
Longsword, longsword, sword.
Beautiful.
All roll. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Well, that's a crit, I guess.
Yeah.
A crit, a normal hit,
I
a
wouldn't
normal
call
hit.
it that.
So what's the total of? That's the saddest crit I've ever seen.
No. 6 plus 11 is 17, 21 damage.
He mightily jumps up and lands a devastating strike that only seems to nick it, but then the other 2 strikes start to cut into this creature. You see
He
a
hurt
bit of
the shit out of his finger, dude.
yeah. you chopped off the tip of his finger with his crit. And as you do land these 3 strikes with great power and finesse, the creature still stands relatively strong and almost shrugs off that damage, as it just has like little, almost it looks like paper cuts dripping from it after all that was just done. Kashmir is up now, Dan.
All right, so Kashmir at this point would, be seeing the beast actually kind of shudder and get a little bit scared. But then he would try to. He's going to He's gonna use magic missile again at level 2 one more time. All missiles pointed at the beast.
All right.
So yeah, and do all this fun stuff. There it is.
7 damage slams into this creature as you hear like what sounds like breaking glass as 4 shards blast into this thing.
That should be 10
It's
damage.
10 damage.
10 damage.
Not 7. 7 plus 3.
Okay.
And then with that, Cashmere would take a step back from the doorway to try to get out of the view of the beast.
All right. Dirge is up next.
All right, Dirge, you've noticed, although she missed, the way her spell ability works is her Sunblade is still enwrapped with the power of nature as she attacks with advantage this time, thanks to Dragar. That makes a big difference.
Obviously
And,
hitting.
24. So you see this blade hit him, and as the blade hits him, you see the blade just erupt in holy lights. And she'll smite him. In addition, he has to also make a strength save.
All right. 19 on the strength save.
Okay, she'll use a level 2 smite on him.
Sounds about right.
Okay, so give me 1 second here. My freaking thing over here just flipped the shit out of me. Okay, and she'll attack a second time. And this time he'll be alarmed to see that the weapon glows with vines yet again. And she'll make the attack with advantage again.
Okay.
That's 25 to hit.
25 definitely hits. 18's your target on this guy.
All right, he has to make another strength save.
All right. I
That
have a
is-
sneaky suspicion, unless he rolls really bad, that he's going to do it. 23.
I'm
He
just
He's pretty strong. Basically, as you hit him, these vines start encasing around his arm, and then with one swift movement, he would just like shake them off with a tremendous amount of strength. You would slam into him again. This time, the vines encasing around his chest, and he just with one hand rips them off again and lets out this ferocious growl right in your face.
you know, that's not very nice. So that's 20 damage plus the smite. Let me roll the smite out real quick.
All right.
That's 18 on top of that.
Beautiful. Minus 20, minus 18. I finally learned to pull out a calculator during games, so I don't have to sit here and do terrible amount of math.
You know, I think slowing him down with vines is just not a winning strategy, guys.
And as you do this, I can't even speak right now. This devastating strike with your divine power, it basically just explodes the light with a room with radiant light. And as it recedes, you see this creature still standing, and he has been cut open now, and he just looks like he's more mad than anything as blood seeps out of this giant cut on his chest, almost like a slow-moving waterfall. He just looks at you more angry than ever, Dirge.
You know, anger is a natural reaction. Just let it go.
Let it go. Dragar's up now.
Oh, Dragar sees these corporeal beasts fucking and just dominate in front of him, and fucking there he is, right? So Dragar like immediately throws his hands up in the air and like crushes them down, showing off his muscles as he just kicks in his massive rage, and he recklessly attacks at this beast with all he has with the double warhammer of the reckless attack. So I have bam, bam, 19 and a 16.
16 doesn't hit, but the 19 does.
I guess 15 damage.
15 damage. Cut into
And,
this creature again, and blood splatters against you. As you do, you're just swinging at it with everything you have.
That's about it.
As you
Dragar
finish
will
the
stand there and
strike,
just kind of like laugh at it.
as you strike him though and laugh at him, it punches you in the gut. Almost doesn't do any damage because you catch it at the last second. And as it stands up, you see this pool of blood from the attacks that you just did on it. Just pooling out this blood, and then it kind of smiles at you, and you see that this attack, now that you can actually see this creature, start to slowly seal. It's not like completely sealed by any means, but you do get the sense that it just healed somewhat, and it almost seems to naturally happen as it readies an attack again. This time, it is going to... Oh my god, this thing has a lot to hit. All right, on you, Dragar, since you're wide open from your reckless attack. It's going to do That. Oh, Dragar.
Can you Dirge is gonna try to block that attack.
All right, he does 3 of them that happen quickly.
Oh, block one of the 3.
Yeah. So
One of those will be a normal attack, okay? Not with advantage. So maybe he won't get crit.
do you want to block
You want
one
me
of
to-
the ones that look like a regular hit, or do you want to block one of the ones that look like an absolutely devastating caught Dragar while he was down hit?
Probably the one that looks devastating, but whatever one I think I could block, sure.
All right, so you take. Let me just mark down the HP.
Come on, bring it.
He's at that current situation. Dirge
Maybe
takes
don't bring it that much.
plus as you jump in and use your reaction to stop it from happening. The crit might not even be the most devastating of all attacks. You take 27 damage as this thing slams its claws into you, Dragar. But just before you do, you see Dirge come in, and she tries to block it with her shield, but the strength is just too much, and it plows right by her shield and sinks in right to the collarbone where there's a gap in her armor. It sinks in, and you see blood just pour out of Dirge as it does so. And then
Is it attacking Dirge or Dragar?
You said you're using the reaction, right? So you're taking that one?
No, my reaction as I give him disadvantage.
Oh, I got you.
Dirge can't literally jump and block attacks.
Okay, so yeah, then he still hits, but it's not a crit, which then in that case is reverse that. Awkward. 17 damage. And then the other 2 attacks are
Okay, you kind of cut this in half, right?
13 more damage as he then claws you again. And then with his great black sword that he is wielding, does another 15 damage.
All right, so Dragar would take 17 of that, right? No. What's half of 45? 23, 22 and a half, 22? 22 damage, I think?
Wait,
Yeah.
You
are
are
you
taking
adding?
Yeah, I forgot about your
you-
resistances, so it's going to get a little more complicated as some of it's necrotic.
Just make it like an even 30.
So let me, you said 45 is what the total is?
Yeah.
No, yeah, 45 was the total, so half of that would be 22, but then you said necrotic, so.
Give me a second, then it's really easy for me to figure out how
Get
much.
the calculus out, guys.
No,
You
it's really
do
easy,
realize
actually.
that
20
for
of it
each
is
of those
regular.
attacks, you take half of that, right? It's not you add it all together and then take half.
It's roughly the same, but I understand it's a little different.
Don't worry, I already got it figured out. So Dragar, take 20 regular damage, and then take
Oh shit. Trigger Are you
12
looking
damage on top of that 20, so a total of 22 damage.
32 damage.
32, sorry, yeah.
Dragar is not looking too good, is he?
He's starting to get a little winded.
Rion is now
he's
up.
starting to bleed by the wounds quite a bit, but not, it's not pouring out yet.
Okay.
He's gonna be soon.
Okay. So, Rion's going to shoot 2 bolts into this thing at advantage, because thank God for Dragar. Wow. Jesus. Okay.
Oh no.
Here's the second one. No, both of them miss. Wow.
That's pretty
I'm
greedy
just
going
gonna
for
hang up my
that. On
crossbow.
both of them. Shit.
Yep. And then he's going to give Dragar healing word at 3rd level. So hopefully lots of heals. As you are healed, Dragar, for 8 points.
Thank you.
Gaia is now up as you watch Rion fire off 2 shots and not be able to hit this creature. They just clang off the sword that he has swinging, and you are up.
Okay, she is wide-eyed, definitely.
Robot Mary.
Yes!
Beep, oh, beep, bop, boop, boop. While she's coming back, she'll probably be really quick, actually. But just do your Ishmark attacks really quick, because I'm assuming that's what you're doing.
I'm going to see Dragar get chopped up, and he's going to be like, well, let's chop him up first.
All right. And Mary, go ahead. Ishmark's just doing his attacks too, but I'll calculate that after your turn.
Yes, I'm coming in, and she's gonna try and kill this thing with Blight Slayer. Go! Woo! I like that natural 20 and max damage. Woo! So another D6 onto that. Oh my gosh, that's like seriously. And we're gonna also throw off a level 3 smite. So that would be 4. 1, 2, 3. So
You
Jesus.
still have
yeah,
bardic
7.
inspiration as well.
Oh crackers. Does bardic inspiration count towards damage?
It can if you choose.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's probably better to
So
not.
it's just up
Let's
to you.
see here. Trying to add up everything real quick. Got 17 from the sword, plus another 9 plus 6, 15 lightning. I'm going to hang on to the bardic inspiration in case I really F up at another point. So
3d8.
yeah. So 15 lightning plus another 17 of piercing.
Okay.
And then she has her offhand attack that she can do. Oh my gosh.
Oh my
Freaking
god,
kidding me.
crit again.
Wow, another crit and another 10 points of piercing.
Beautiful.
Guys, you will
Jeez.
not.
Stabbing him in the eye. Like no other.
Yeah. So how about we describe what that mayhem looks like? Because you injured this creature pretty good now.
Yeah, just seeing everyone basically being just sliced and whatnot, she's able to reveal the creature, and she's just like, "Oh, it's my friends," and she's just unleashing all her godly powers that she can muster. Clearly, as she's like, she probably lands the one blade, kind of like I just said, like right in the eye, and the other one coming in through the gut, and so just pow, pow, die.
Beautiful. And yeah, the blood starts to. This thing is like healing itself on each of its turn, but with that amount of damage, it's like you're just slam into it, and it cannot keep up with that damage at all. So gashes start to form on this thing, and blood starts to spew out, almost like an oil slick or an oil explosion. You just start seeing blood coming out of everywhere. As first Kashmir is up, and then Dirge can start thinking about what she's gonna do. What's Kashmir got though?
All right. So is this guy looking bloodied or?
He's bleeding.
Yeah, he's bleeding.
He's
What are you doing though,
bleeding.
Dan? With Kashmir, you're on mute.
Oh, sorry, man. I didn't realize I was on mute. Kashmir is going to throw a firebolt in there with cantrip.
Nice. Go ahead and do so. And
18, 20 to hit.
Hits and 9 damage. Yeah, this thing is looking pretty beat up now, and it'd be limping on one leg. So yeah, that's Dirge. It's on you. You potentially, if you hit it good, might be able to finish it off. You get the sense. And you're on mute if you are trying to talk.
I would like to unmute. All right. Dirge will see this creature kind of wincing and limping and strike upon that weakness and going at it twice with Sunblade. Just stabbing this creature in the back. Unless she rolls terrible like everyone else does. Oh, that's pretty good. All right, so the first stab, you just see 15 damage. The sword just plunges right into the stomach of this creature. And with the second strike, plunges in again for 14 more damage. And she'll smite it too, just to be sure it dies. Using a level 1 slot for 2d8 more damage. Oh my goodness.
Wow, that is beautiful.
I'm so good. That's 31 damage.
Funnily enough, though, it's good that you did that because that just pushed you over the brink, those 2 ones. Go ahead and describe what this looks like as you take this horrific creature down.
So you see this creature just savaging Dragar, and then Dirge, just getting tired of this, just runs up, stabs the creature in the stomach, turns around, and just jumps up and just spears the creature through the chest via the back with her blade, and you just kind of see its body go weak. She pulls the blade out and it crumples to the ground. Oh, that was a little bit alarming. Are you all right, Dragar? A little.
Yeah.
But Dragar,
Paladins rushing over. Yeah, what the lay hands on you.
Dragar is basically just laying on his warhammer, is basically like a stand, and he looks over to Dirge and kind of smiles, and Dragar will always be fine. And he walks over to the creature, and with his hammer, if you permit me to, I'd like to be able to smash off that main horn. And I want to wear it around Dragar's neck.
Absolutely. That sounds cool.
I want that. So Dragar will lift his hammer high and hold his side as blood's kind of gushing out, and he smashes the horn as hard as he can, this black obsidian horn, and Dragar tears the bottom lip off the creature and ties the horn around his neck.
Rion's gonna walk over to the greatsword and start casting Identify on it as a ritual.
As you do, I'm not sure how many minutes pass, but you identify it as a great sword.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Thank God it was a ritual, not a spell.
Like,
All right.
I would
Seems
also
like the
to-
necrotic damage was
Right.
probably coming from the beast itself. Sorry to cut you off, Mary.
I'm just saying, I would go over to Dragar and lay on hands with just like Dragar ups assignment, Lahonye, and 15 points of health.
How much? Oh, that's awesome. Thank you very much.
Just,
Well, I think I might have some bad news, guys. The creature in that room, I think he ran away.
Can
And
you see
as
where
in
he
run
ran?
away and not in a good way.
wait, what?
Which-
What creature? Is that? How do you know this?
As you all run out into the hallway, you see that the door that you shut is now opened.
Dragar would
in the midst
speak
of combat, I kind of heard that door open, but I thought this was more of a dire threat than that little creature running
Well,
along.
now there's a beholder running around, guys.
It's not a beholder.
Well, I mean,
Dragar.
I feel
Dragar
good.
says that the beast and their deal is over, but he's probably just running to a place where that he thinks might be safer. I warned him that if he does anything against us again, he will die. So hopefully everything be cool.
Well, hopefully he told the truth and the spell book is in here. Can we search?
Absolutely. I
The
think you already did do a search with
creature.
2 crits on Dirge, and she did not find anything but the sound of a great sword almost cutting you in half.
yeah, I think this is like a prison or something. I don't know.
Dragar says that little fucker lied. We find and kill it.
You
Yeah,
do
I
see
kinda-
these nice amber sarcophagi sitting around you, though. If anyone
Yeah.
wants to go check them out.
You want to open them up? Are these like the evil sarcophagi from the other place? Or are they different?
You do see black tentacle forms inside of them.
Oh, that doesn't look good.
No.
Dirge.
Yeah, I think I don't feel up to checking them out. And Dirge, you back me up. That might help, and we can check.
Yeah,
some out.
I'm not the most keen on opening up a evil tentacle chest of doom.
So nonetheless, you did slay the horrific beasts that you stumbled upon, but are nowhere closer to knowing where the whereabouts of the spellbook of the Atlas is. What do you guys want to do now?
I know this is kind of a silly question. Is this like another door right here to another?
Yep, absolutely. So anytime you see those little squares, that does usually mean a door.
Well, we can open up another door of deadly monsters.
Dragar says maybe not sure, whatever.
Sure, whatever.
Very much.
Do we have to stay here in this temple? We have the holy symbol that we came for, right? Why not just instead of
Dragar said we
searching
must
through the-
save Arena as well, so maybe we should go.
But Arena's not here.
Maybe we should.
So that's
go
why I'm
with it.
saying let's get out of this temple and leave.
Yeah. Agreed. That's what I was I was backing you up.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Up to you guys.
Gaia, even though she feels healthy, like magically, she's feeling a bit fatigued, and so just those energies have waned. But well, if we continue picking fights, then I don't know. We're gonna have to take another break here sometime soon. Like I just need to collect my energies about me. I can't just keep bam, 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 throwing magic around. And I feel most confident when I have my energy is about me, and so I would think we should try and find our way out. Go find the arena or something.
Dragar says we have completed our mission of why we came here. We have found what we needed. We should probably move on. We cannot chase power all day here.
Yep, I got to save the little that I have remaining for if we run into more trouble just in finding our way out. Or if we find that creatures that run away, I'm going to yes. Shakes her swords a little bit, like just gonna stab it and but shield and sheathe her weapons.
Ishmark says that he agrees that we should leave at once, but does anybody know how to get out of here?
Dragar says maybe we should come the way we came in. You guys came in. Maybe we just need to hope the army went away. Who knows?
We can't. It's blocked by an avalanche.
Oh,
Unless you want to sit there and dig your way out.
no, I didn't realize there was avalanche.
Maybe we can head back up to the upper level and take a look around there.
Okay. Which way do you want to go? Do you want to go through Atlas's library?
What's this
Or,
area down here?
That is a stairway leading upwards. You do see.
Let's head over there real quick.
All right, and if you were to peek on over into there, turn some pages.
Last time we took a detour like this. We ran into one of those amber statues. Just saying.
Well, not doing anything won't do anything. So
That takes you to. All right, let me bring you guys over to your next horrific. All right, sorry.
oh, I forgot my armor class is 19 now.
And you guys appear as you start climbing up the stairs. You see a doorway in front of you.
Okay, I kind of know where we are now.
So yeah? Or
Right where you just brought into the darkness.
yeah.
If you were to open
I
that
can
door,
see
I'm just
now.
gonna assume that you guys do. You see a 20-foot long hallway, 20-foot long, 10-foot high hallway with bare stones and amber on each of the doors. The one you push through amber, and then another one also amber, and then a door at the end of it.
Okay. She peeks into this room. She just sees there's no creature, no not. Village, are you backing me up? Draga? Eon?
Dragar is always behind.
Oh, good.
You
I
do
thought-
see. Go ahead.
Yeah, just thinking about like that invisible creature. It's like, oh, what if that's not the one? And so she's gonna be a little more cautious, hoping that everyone's tailing her.
Yeah, I'm assuming everybody is.
Yeah, she'll proceed to the other door. If there's nothing of interest that she sees from the first door to that door, she'll then kind of open this one up and.
You do see, as soon as you open the door, the 3 flame skulls sitting there.
She just kind of does that, like, opens up, sees it, and just shoulders kind of rise as she slowly turns. It's like, oh, there's the flame skulls out there. So, do we go back to another way, or do we just go take care of it? Wait, did we not have, Coldwood? Like, and she's asking everyone, like, if there was that, because I know Atlas gave some words that helped us with like the golems and opening up certain doors, and so I can't remember if that worked on the flame head.
To try to remember a command word, one of the words that Atlas said, you have to give an Arcana check.
Right now, I'm guy has no hope. She didn't make the earlier ones, and she had a rest, and just with her madness and whatnot, it's just like, no, she's nope, gibberish.
Rion would speak up and say, "We don't have a command word for those. They just stopped when Atlas walked by out of fear. I'm guessing
Oh, darn it,
Atlas was
Rion.
a
You ruined all my
greater
fun.
undead." I know.
Is this like a little cubby hole? We can't see outside anywhere else.
Well, she
just the
opened
door
up
in
the door
front of
just
you.
enough, and she was able to just spot that one. So she just kind of seized up, turned on her heels to kind of look at everyone's like, oh, the flaming skulls are out there.
Well,
So-
I mean, just
More flaming skulls. Are
speaking
out there.
mathematically, I mean, I suppose we could go all the way over to the Amber Guardian over by that that cathedral.
I can see.
I don't know.
Yeah, so if you guys don't want to go through this door, I'm not going to make you go through all the work. You can just basically go around. I'm assuming that's what you guys want to do, like find your own way up. You can even go up these stairs back when you go down to the bottom floor. You don't have to go through the flame skulls.
Yeah, we'll go around then.
All right. So I'm just going to move you guys. And do you want to go up the main stairs or?
Yeah.
We should probably settle on where we want to go, guys.
I'm trying to find a way out. So
I'm trying to remember the whole map, but I think that the front door is the only way that we've found so far.
Saying over here, maybe we saw. Well, I saw there was a door behind that giant monster before it tried to kill me.
So I'm going to say that you guys are in the main kind of temple part until you decide where you want to go. You got your friends there. Don't worry about Ishmark's token. He's not actually there.
Dragar would say.
yes, thank you, Jester.
Dragar says. I think the front door is the only way I know. If you guys know a better way, then we'll go that. But other than that, we should go to the front door.
All right. Well, I mean, we can go to the front door, but pretty sure it's not.
If it goes to the front door,
It's not much, right?
Yeah, if you go to the front door, you still see that it is covered in the snow. You could always try to dig your way out or something. You don't know how long that would take, though.
Dragar, there has to be like a back exit or something.
Well, did you find anything on your travels so far that might help us?
Well, no. I mean,
Do you know where maybe we should start? Like, I just trying to.
well, there was a Amber Guardian that tried to stop us earlier. I think we can defeat it now.
Dragar might need a little rest before a guardian.
yes. But whether we go to the front door or we go to Guardian, I need time to recollect my energies.
We will take shifts digging if we go with front, or we'll take shifts searching if you want.
It's gonna take a while. Mechanically, we have to wait 24 hours because we just finished a long rest. So, like, you can only rest once a day, kind of deal, like long rest. So we have to wait like a 24-hour period before we take another long rest. We could take a short rest, and you guys get hit points back that way.
And a spell slaughter too. Yeah.
And plus, I don't think Chris is going to let us just sit there and take a long rest and then go and do one fight and take another long rest and then go and fight. And
Of course he would. He's a very nice DM like that.
Yeah. I do think that Dragar would say. Dragar says the room I came in did not seem to have any other exits.
All right. Well, let's just pick a spot, rest, and get on with our lives.
So where do you guys want on the short rest? Is that what you're going for?
Just
Yeah.
like better than nothing.
that church hall thing that we found the crazy guy from before, the burnt crispy dude.
Yep, that's fine by me. So you guys head over there and short rest.
I will do Song of Rest to whoever wants to spend hit dice to get back more hit dice. I believe it's just a D6. Let me look.
Is this the only map we have of this place? There's another map, isn't there?
Yeah.
The lower level.
Okay. Lower level or the upper
Yeah,
level?
if you spend
Lower.
If you spend any hit dice, you will gain back an extra d6. So, if you spend one, go ahead and roll that up.
Or I think I might have
So
you on the
Dan, you
wrong map,
get-
Dan.
There we go. 54.
So give me a second. Does the map change for you at all, or?
Yeah, it just changed huge.
Yeah. So
Okay,
that's.
so I couldn't see half the stuff. So I'm like, I don't know where to go. I can't see anything.
Yeah. Sorry.
But it's okay.
So yeah, this is the current floor that you guys are on, and I will pin you over here where you actually are resting now. If you get pinged over here, you will see that the avalanche is blocking that main entry. And you can just look around the map as you want. And then what are you guys going to do after your short rest? You don't come across any monsters or anything, luckily for you.
Okay. So front door or discover a door?
I'd rather not go to the front door if there's an army waiting for us. Let's just head back here.
I'm
Dragar says, why don't we
lightning.
start? We'll start at the beginning. Start where you found me, and we'll go from there. Where will Alice?
That takes us all the way back here.
Dragar says, didn't Heinrich know the way out?
Well, he wants us to stay here forever as guards.
He wants us to kill out creatures. The dogs.
I think he wants to draft us.
I wouldn't
into
mind
the military.
doing, but we do have Strahd to think about, and we're losing time.
By the way, Dirge would walk down here. Is there anything we see around here, or any of those skulls back?
No, you see the same kind of hole over here, and it does seem to be like a green light emanating from that hole.
The last time we fought this guardian, a bunch of these skulls came, and we ran. I don't know what we want to do. I mean, we can go back to the Lich. I don't know, but I'm in favor of just heading up and getting past this guardian, seeing what he's protecting.
I agree with you.
Yeah, that's
All right. As soon
Dragar's in.
as you head up there, the guardian will go to attack, obviously. So
All
there'll
right,
be
well, before we do, Dirge will cast a spell.
Yep.
She'll cast Bless on herself, Rion, and Dragar.
Awesome. Can Dragar try to say the magical word with his Arcana first?
Yeah, everybody can. I'm just going to keep your initiative how it is and give each person a chance.
15.
Hopefully before the Amber Golem gets to go. So first will be
Oh, I'm sorry. I got you. I didn't understand.
Dirge. We'll get or no Guy. Or yeah, go ahead. Guy gets to try first.
I
see
always
Arcana rolls.
Gaia in the turn order on this map.
Dan and Dirge rolled Arcana checks.
Yeah, they have to do that on their turn itself. For some, it shows me as your initiative 22. Is that what you rolled?
For Gaia, yes.
Yeah. So yeah, you get to try the command word first or fight it.
Oh goodness.
I'm just gonna fight that shit. Just kill
So
that
we
shit.
have to take the Arcana check.
Move our characters up here.
I'll let. No, Guy's not gonna try. She will just be all ballsy and whatnot and attack this thing with Bite Slayer. Because yeah, 24.
I guess we should roll initiative for our NPCs too.
And let's see, let's add that D8 of damage just for fun. So 16 points. And Radiant level 1. So 7 lightning. So that's a total of 23 points of damage of hurt being brought upon this golem. And she's like, just die, please.
All right, and as you do that, let me just make sure. Whew. You do slam into it as it looks like it's ready to attack, but you remember these things having quite a bit of fortitude to them, as that doesn't really seem to hurt them too much.
Indeed. She can hope.
Okay.
She can hope.
Next up is it, which it will then try to punch you.
Oh, Dragar got a 21.
Yes.
Oh yeah, Dragar. Sorry, I didn't see the new initiative of Dragar. I seen the 17. So Dragar,
You can use my my
which was a 14 or a 15.
15.
15 was not enough either.
Okay. So at that point, Dragar would you would run in and try to hit the thing twice as hard as you could. Raging. You would rage.
Yep.
Okay.
Is this thing still damaged from the last time we fought it?
You give a perception on your turn to see if you can tell.
A 23 and a 24 to hit.
Both definitely hit.
And both are for 13, so that's 26 damage altogether.
Nice. I don't know if you fought against one of these things before or not, but as you do hit into this, you realize that your attack does not do as much damage as you would have hoped it to do, as it has resistances to your attack.
Okay.
Next up is Dirge, who can try. You rolled a what?
I rolled a 9.
Okay, you rolled a 9 initiative. It says you have an 18. I don't know what's going on with initiative.
No, that's Ishmark.
Okay.
That's 18.
All right, go ahead, Ishmark, then.
You haven't
You need to reshuffle the
reorganized
initiative.
the initiative.
It's all wonky right now, is why.
Okay.
The
I get
creature
it.
should be next.
And now my initiative tracker just froze. Did I drop? No? The hell?
So Dragar should
So
be
weird.
in melee with the creature right now.
Yeah, I don't. My initiative tracker is straight up broke. I can't even open the gear
It
anymore.
wasn't me.
You might want to relog then.
Yeah, I'll give it a quick refresh. That should fix it.
Let's see.
And go ahead and what was your Ishmark roll?
Huh?
What was Ishmark's? I'm assuming you're doing.
Ishmark had 18, but the Golem had 19.
Yeah, so Golem already went, or no, it didn't go. I'm sorry. Give me a second here. See if I can fix this stupid.
Just
Fucking,
relog and you'll be okay.
yeah, it's 10-second reload time. 9 seconds. There we go.
Welcome to my lap, kitty.
Okay, now I have initiatives everywhere. But anyways, I'm back. So it will do its attack against Gaia.
What? It don't want to hurt me. No, not at all.
And
Ooh, I'm pretty sure both those hit.
do both of them hit?
No, the first one does not.
Okay, so the second one does a total of 17 bludgeoning damage as Ishmark is now up.
Alright, Ishmark would oh shit. 17 damage on who?
Gaia.
Yeah.
Dragar ran in there and the melee, right?
Yep.
Did he move his token or is my game lagging?
No, he didn't
There we
move his token.
Alright, Ishmark will run up and attack as well.
Okay,
With advantage, I guess.
sounds good.
I guess he wants to take out the squishy one first. Dragar.
Speaking the arcane word is it? It's not an action. It's like a free action, correct?
Yep, it's just a speak. You just need to pass the Arcana check.
Okay.
The 19 gets through and does half damage.
Okay, so that does 2 damage.
Beautiful.
You just kind of hear his sword just cry out in pain.
A small pebble breaks off of this creature, and I believe that puts it on Dirge now. As you see your 3 friends run up and start slamming into this thing to very little avail.
Rion next.
What the fuck's going on?
Yeah.
It says Dirge on mine.
There's Rion.
Dirge is at 9. I'm at 12.
It's so strange.
Dirge is last. I don't know. See how.
I don't know what's going on with my initiative. It's all wonky. But anyways, Rion.
Arcana check. Which I'm gonna fail.
I believe in you.
Wow,
22.
I critted 22.
It instantly stops as it looks like it was rearing to attack again.
All right, guys. Let's skedaddle on.
Guys, just like, next time around, you go first.
All right, as you
Well,
open to this door, you see a
You
little
guys
platform.
chose not to speak the word.
And
Just
then if you just step onto that platform, it's basically, you can see on the map how it is just another 30 step. It's 30 feet up. This one's actually intact opposed to the parallel one. As you go into the next room, I'm assuming, though, you would see...
long
As
is
the
our-
room. Go ahead.
I was just going to ask how long is Bless lasting for? Is it a minute or is it longer than
minute.
that?
Minute. The bare stone room consists of a foyer to the west and a shrine to the east. 4 candlesticks. Am I reading that one? Yep. 4 candlesticks lie on the dusty floor of this foyer. In the shrine, fragments of a shattered Assyrian statue are scattered across this raised alcove. It seems very much like the one that you were in on the opposite side, only the statue that Dirge couldn't stop crying in front of is broken in this room.
And you said obsidian?
Yeah, remains of obsidian. And then there's
Is
a door.
there like
Go ahead.
a nice decent chunk of that on the floor?
Yeah,
Probably like a fist size. Like I want to pick it up and see if I could whittle it and play with it, and
absolutely.
So I'll save that for later.
A door to your west, but I'll just save you guys the thought process. And if you open it up, you'd be not surprised to know that it's pretty much the exact of the parallel room. Just the arch and watchtower.
Waste.
Well, no. I mean, they had a secret room on the other side. Maybe there's a secret room on this side.
That is true.
This all seems to be
this time. Rion's gonna pull out his handy dandy wand and use that.
All right. So as
I
you
want
do,
to make sure, like, I get in.
yeah, to not
I'll
your
do that.
surprise, or at least Dirge's cunning, you realize that there is a secret door there. You open it up, and it seems to lead down into some stairways, plummeting into darkness that your flame sword illuminates. Shadows dance.
Huh. It's almost like I'm a psychic.
Rion's gonna have light casted on himself,
Okay.
just so he can have an additional light source.
All right. Let me zoom out here and reveal. Boom, boom. Sorry. I'll drag you guys over in a second.
Can you save my token?
Did I save it or can
No,
I?
can you resave my token as the actual token?
Yeah, I thought I did, but I guess I didn't.
I changed it because I leveled up.
Okay. You guys appear. Remind me at the end of the game, and I'll do it. Down this staircase, it seems to, as you look, most of the wall has fallen in. As you get to the bottom of this, it seems like there is a cave in, but you do notice that there is a partially open amber door to the east.
Uh-oh. I tried to move myself, and then you pinged, and I got moved to
I got you.
somewhere.
I moved you back in.
Thank you.
No worries.
So,
yeah, you guys come down there.
By myself.
I just don't think anyone moved their token yet, but I'm assuming that everyone's with you. It's kind of confusing to drag your tokens across map and stuff. It's more just for your. You don't have to. It's more theater of the mind until I say it's not, but it's fine.
All right. Well, actually, I'm going to get close to the door, and I'm going to just stop for a second and listen.
All right.
See if we hear anything on the other side.
Give a perception check. That's a smart idea.
I'm going to roll like crap, like always. But bam. Finally. 22.
Beautiful. You hear very faintly the sound of shuffling across the walls, or like a kind of like a scraping, like something scattering across the walls in this room.
Okay. I'm going to do like the military like stop for everyone, and I'm guessing they kind of don't understand, and I'm just going to like hold out my hand, get everyone's attention to stop and let them know that I hear something up ahead.
Knowing that, Drager would kind of step in front and take the lead. And Drager asks, "So what do you want to do? Do you want to go into the room, or should we backtrack now? We've gone so far."
Well, we have been just blubbering our way into rooms, and no offense, Drager, you're not in the best of conditions, and that's been kind of to our detriment. This time we could have an element of surprise, so why don't we use that to our advantage?
Then what's your plan?
walk in quietly, or at least see what's up ahead to you know, maybe scout up ahead instead of just blubbering in.
Give her down.
Alrighty.
In his most casual voice, Drager would say, "Give her down."
So with that, I guess unless do we have a better sneaky scout than
The
me?
shuffling stops, Rion.
Uh-oh. And then I would stop and be like, it stopped moving. I would kind of whisper that.
With the 22, it would sound like a bunch of shuffling too, like almost like a bunch of like little bugs are climbing on the walls or something.
Okay. So I'll kind of relay that to them then.
Yep.
Describing a little bit more detail on what exactly I heard.
Drager kicks the door.
Boof.
Okay.
Oh boy.
I'm stepping back then. Like I kind of see him coming, so I'll just step back and just like.
Yeah,
All right,
Drager
fine.
walks right in
I
front of
tried.
everybody. Fucking smashes the door this way and says, "Jeez."
Leroy. This room has amber
George is
glazed,
right behind him.
walls, and the floor is a dark green marble. There's 3 amber sarcophagi that stand in the alcoves. You see standing on the ground 2 feral-looking humanoids with ghastly gray skin that they stare at you hungrily with 3 eyes, 2 normal eyes, and a third lidless eye that looks blinded by cataracts.
Drager says, "Get out of the way."
As you look up, you see 5 more of them clinging to the ceiling.
All of you.
They all hiss at you.
Drager would look at Dirge
How
and
high is the
smile.
ceiling?
Robot.
It's 100 feet. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, she dropped. She didn't like your answer.
She's like, fuck, I can't cast my
Well,
spell.
no, she was going robot-y.
So yeah, Drager would look at Dirge and smile. And Drager would enter the room, look back at Rihanna and say, "Drager always good after a short rest," and just starts. He would automatically rage. Boom. And start smashing. First one. This guy. Bam.
Oh, I guess I should roll initiative. That would help, right?
Yep. I'm going to do a new thing just to save you guys problem. Use your NPCs after your initiative instead of rolling 2.
Okay.
That'll just make things less hectic.
That means Ishmark
Yeah,
is going slow forever now.
Are you clearing the order, or are we just going to
I think it's too late, but YOLO. Let's see what happens. And everyone just tell me their current initiative just because for some reason it's not fixing it now. And I know that guy I didn't roll.
It works for
22.
us. I don't know what the deal is with you, man.
Yeah, so you guys don't see. I see like everyone's duplicates initiatives. I'm not sure
Yeah.
what's going on.
I got a 5.
Guy rolled a 6.
All right. Get that out. What
George
did
has a 4.
4? So broken.
Holy crap, we did great this time.
Dan rolled a 5. That's beautiful, Dan.
Yeah.
All right, and Rion rolled a 13, and the stupid golem thing isn't there, so get rid of that. All right, the first creature drops down from the ceiling, and both of them are going to do this. Actually, a bunch of them are going to get to attack you, Dragar, before anything can happen. So 1, 2, and then
George will
Rion will
block the
get to go.
first attack.
Yep.
Drager's still raged out, or
Opposing disadvantage, right? So you just avoided a crit because of Dirge as the creature drops down from the ceiling, and she jumps in with her shield blocking it. The next attack again is a 13, which is also a miss, and Rion's up as 2 creatures have descended upon Gaia or Dirge and Dragar.
Rion's actually going to do something non-Rion, and he's actually going to draw out that new spiffy short sword that Dirge got him, and he's going to activate the Crusader's Mantle. So now everyone gets an additional D4. This is the good side, not the bad guys. Get an additional D4 damage, and it's radiant damage.
Beautiful.
And then I'm going to I guess just kind of step up behind, getting ready for my turn to basically charge into the room, but look to Dirge and fill her with great inspiration as I give her my bardic inspiration.
All right. The creatures now start to dogpile, and just picture like a swarm trying to climb out from every orifice of this door. Some trying to climb out from the top, the sides, the bottoms. Just like a mound of these creatures start trying to pour out and claw into Dragar and Dirge, but miss. Oh my god. And that one. That is incredible. Guy, you're up as Dirge
Awesome.
and Dragar are fighting them back.
Yeah, these creatures, I'm going to take that they look undeadish.
Yeah.
Okay. And then, yeah, so Gaia would obviously be like, oh, foul creatures. And she'll start to pray to Pela to turn unholy. And as she does, that pendant amulet majigger that Dragar passed over to her with a beautiful sun on it will start buzzing all warm-like, and she will channel the magics from it, so that way the undead have disadvantage on their saving throws.
I'm glad you actually mentioned that, because as you pull out this sun medallion, it lights up very bright, like this, almost like a light of paler at first, and then picture like a flashlight kind of flickering out. As you do use the symbol, the light of it actually flickers out like a broken flashlight. You're still able to use the spell, or are you using the spell from the amulet, or your own spell?
It enhances my spell. If you have turn undead or unholy, you can expend 3 charges when you present the symbol. When you do, undead have disadvantage on saving throws against the effect.
Perfect. So you get a sense that as the light flickers out like a broken flashlight, that did not work. It seems like you almost get the sense that the thing is like out of juice or something. You can't really put your finger on it, but it doesn't work. But nonetheless, you still do your turn unholy.
Okay.
Broke it, Mary.
I might have.
And wisdom?
I believe so.
Yeah, that sounds right to me.
Yep, with save.
And these
I believe
creatures,
DC.
although they're undead, go ahead and tell me your DC.
13.
13. Okay.
So not very high.
Yeah, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These creatures seem very resistant to this, as you do, and they clearly seem undead, and it does work on 2 of them, but for the rest, they all make their save almost like they have some kind of resistance against this.
Okay. I believe that is her turn. She doesn't have a bonus action, but I think everyone's doing okay right now.
Yep.
So
next up is, let me get back to the thing as I mark the 2 that are scared. Crap, what'd I do?
And on their turn, they need to run or move as far away from her. They get to be within 30 feet.
Yeah, so the one that hasn't went yet is not afraid, so it's going to climb in and try to attack at Dragar. Still missing, as I've absolutely rolled abysmal. Dragar is now up.
Here's a question, Chris. Like, you're having those guys attack from the back row. I know that you're saying that they're just like all piling in.
Yeah.
Can we attack from where we are, even though technically we can't reach them? Is that
Yeah.
fine or no?
I'm fine with that.
Okay.
All right.
Just asking.
It's a pretty big door. Sorry, I guess I should have said that. But like all these doors are, for the most part, like 10 to 15 feet tall.
Yeah, my head's like, guys, not gonna try and like stab over Dirge's shoulder. Like, Grash probably won't be able to poke Dirge, but it just.
Yeah. So does that change your mind of not attacking, or?
Oh no, she's still gonna do that. Because the idea was to kind of help make more room, like push away the ones that are afraid, so that way they don't have so much.
And they have
So
to
right
use
now
their
they just have to
reaction,
focus
you
on
said, right?
5 versus 7.
All right. Perfect. Dragar, you're up now.
All right, so Dragar would look at the Dirge and, just kind of smile again, and as he's raging out, and excuse me, he would start
Let's
cleaving.
see who can destroy more, I suppose.
he would turn it into a song. It'd be like, Dragar and Dirge, they kill the dead. They swing their hammers, go. They like to play their game. And he just keeps singing. He'd be like, I kill one. And he would swing. Hopefully he kills one. With a 23.
With
23
that
definitely
powerful,
hits.
a powerful rage damage there.
Then I kill 2. And a 25.
25 hit.
That's 14 damage to that one creature that I've been focused on right in front of me.
Yep. That doesn't kill it, but it does injure it pretty decently.
Alright, and then that's all I would do. I get 1d4 to each of those damages, though, correct?
Yeah,
Yep,
at
correct.
2d4, that's right.
Nice memory. No one ever remembers the D4 stuff.
Alright, so that's another 6. That's 20 damage all day.
Beautiful. The creature still doesn't go down, although it looks like you've at least injured it to half of its health. Most of it's almost cut in half. The last one that hasn't acted and isn't afraid, though, climbs up and tries to, again, claw at you. And I just picture this horde of these creatures all trying to descend upon you and clawing frantically as you and Dirge are just holding them back with your shields and weapons.
And singing.
Oh, my God. I just rolled under 14 so many times in a row. Dirge is up.
All right, Dirge kind of hears him singing, and she says, all right, well, let's see if this will finish your song. And she just swings right at the one he injured already.
All right.
As she steals his skill.
You can have inspiration, Dan.
For my shitty song? That's awesome, thanks.
Yeah, no
That's
problem.
23. Oh my god, I rolled a net one. That's 9 damage on that creature.
9 damage does not finish it off, although it does look bloodied now.
Oh my goodness, these creatures have all of the hit points. Okay, she'll swing again, trying to kill it. Oh my god. These rolls are tremendous.
Unfortunate.
11 doesn't hit?
No, sir.
Wait, I get to add
do have-
a D4.
Yep, you probably will.
Well, no.
And I
D4
use my
yeah, the D4 is for damage.
3, and I'll use my Bardic Inspiration.
There you go. I was going to
That's
remind
a
you of that.
D8?
Yeah.
All right,
that doesn't
Oh,
have to
look
hit.
at there.
Okay, there we go. So the first hit strikes this creature for 12 damage.
Yep.
And she thinks of the words that Rian said, such a rare commodity for her to gain. And that strike just pulverizes this creature for 19 damage on the second strike.
You finish it off.
As you just kind of see her blade just crunch this creature and just snap its spine in half.
Nice. Assuming that's it,
Yeah.
another creature determined to finally land its claw attack. All 7 of them pretty much attacked, and not one got through. And that's not going to change, apparently. You guys, your defensive wall you've made is just too formidable for these creatures to get by. And Rion is now up.
All right. Rion's going to try to attack using his blade to just kind of slip in between Dirge and Dragar as they're fighting these hordes, just trying to slip his blade into stabby these guys. 19 on the first one, and 12 on the second. I'm
Miss.
guessing the 12 misses.
13 is your target on these
All right,
guys.
well,
They're not very defensive.
Let me roll my extra d4. So, okay. 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, sneak attack, does that still work on undead in this edition?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. So I did a grand total of 10 damage.
Beautiful. Obviously does not take it down, but injures it as an arrow sinks into its skull and kind of almost you hear the snapping of its neck, but it comes back as the creature obviously is undead. Again, we will begin the meandering assault of claw attacks, and still these undead horde cannot break the defenses of Dragar and Dirge as one attack misses.
Oh,
Go ahead.
I did want to give my Bardic Inspiration to Dragar this time.
Okay. A claw bounces off of Dirge's shield. Another one comes sinking through, this time batted away by the Warhammer of Dragar. And then, oh my god. Another one, they combine, hold their shield and great hammer together, crossing it, swiping away the claws once more. As this is actually pitiful. Gaia is now up.
Excellent. Gaia is going to wiggle her way through Dutch and Dragar, wanting to get into the fray. And there goes Blightslayer. Okay, hang on. Think about it. Did you? Yes, you used your bardic inspiration. So 14 is probably not going to hit at all, but she has an
You have
advantage.
advantage.
I have advantage.
Well, and
Of
also,
course.
Chris did say 13 was the target number if he was listening before.
True story.
True.
So
Well then, 14 will be for Blightslayer. With the 10 handed one, we'll just have a +3, so it'll only be 22. Or no, 20 to hit for.
You add
So-
2d4 for radiant damage from the buff.
No. What's that?
Grand total of. You can describe how you finish this one off.
All right, awesome. Yeah, I was just like, I'm going to get on Lucas, and she will see the one creature just kind of flail at her, and she's just like, nope, one to the sternum and one to the side, just kind of impaling it and then pushing it back to it slumps on the floor. Ugh, I'm dead.
Another claw seeps through, this time going over the shield of Dirge, but Dragar punches it away, and I rolled a 9.
The next attack against Dragar or Dirge will block.
Okay, Dragar is up before that happens.
Okay, Dragar will, again, the Dragar and Dirge, they build the wall, they like to play the game. And Dragar will take his hammer and he will attack recklessly at the one in front of
That's recklessly.
He will attack recklessly in front of the one at Dirge, and he will, Dragar will continue his song and say, look, when I hit his fucking head, it goes around like a ball, and he will smack twice with his wonderful warhammer
Hit.
with a 14 and an 18
Hit.
for 28 damage.
Beautiful. You almost take this creature out in one blow.
And Dragar just smiles again and looks to Dirge and kind of just nudges her with his shoulder.
Your turn. But before it is Dirge's turn, one of these foul creatures that are absolutely
Can I actually use Kashmir now too?
Yeah, sorry, we've been forgetting about that because. Go ahead.
Is that cool? Yeah?
Yep.
Okay,
Make sure you're
so
keeping track of his spell slots.
absolutely, I am. And he hasn't rested, so he's good. I am going to cast, or Kashmir, sorry. He's going to get a little bit pissy. And he's going to cast Fireball.
All right.
And he's
There you
going to
go.
cast Fireball, not there, but like somewhere around the back so that it's
Yeah.
just the,
Let me just
two
make sure
creatures.
that it can. I'm pretty sure it can. Yeah, you're fine.
Alright, so yeah. He will cast it in the middle of all of them.
All right, deck saves. 4. How many's left? 1, 2, 5. Boom, 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 boom. Do you remember what his DC is? I think it's like 16 or 14. 14.
14.
Only 2 make it as we lose. The one in front of you guys dies, completely exploded and disintegrated. And these 2 are almost destroyed. One's right in front of you. And by whatever reason, maybe because they were so afraid, the ones that are feared were able to make their save and take only half that damage. Next up is one of those creatures, and they're going to try to, through the fire, you see this corpse still engulfed in flames, and then maybe by the off chance that he's going to be able to surprise Dragar, especially now that he's not here, and he attacked recklessly, I still only roll a 17, which I know is not enough to hit him.
All right.
And you're up, Dirge.
Yeah, Dirge hears him singing and decides to take him up on that bet. Zombies are undead, so go for the head. And if you miss, you better miss. Trust me, dude, you're dead. And she just strikes at this creature, attempting to take it down. with 2 more strikes from her sword.
All right. First strike definitely takes out the first creature as it's almost burned alive.
All right.
And second strike takes out the second creature as it also is almost burned alive. And you have the 2 left that are feared of you.
Well, the fear breaks when they get hurt.
Oh, yeah, that's true. They're not afraid of
Dragar
you.
would look at Dirge and, with bolstering enthusiasm, be like, Dragator says, good job, yeah.
Yeah, that fireball you did. Oh, wait, that was the other guy. Well, it looked like you did it because you hit them so hard.
Dragator says, can you imagine if I had fireball? It'd be so much more fun.
I just assumed you hit them so hard they exploded.
Rion is up, and as long as you land your attacks, you could probably finish these guys off.
Hang on for a second. I think my roll 20 just crashed.
Ishmark said he's going to interrupt
tried
you and
zooming in.
jump in.
Oh, yeah, go ahead before while you're trying to figure it out.
Ishmark is going to KS you.
Yep. He's like, not before I get to my kills. Yep.
Aha!
There's
Alright,
one
go
left,
ahead.
though.
Ishmark can move.
There's one left with bloodied health, though.
Sure, why not? He runs in, kills him.
And I'm assuming that Rion, the roll Tony good now?
Yeah. So I will run in as well and beat on the last one.
Hitting us over. Miss, and we shall ridicule you forever.
Sad thing, I don't get advantage, but I still get sneak attack because I have Ishmark next to me. Wow.
Wah, wah,
Wow. Okay.
wah, wah.
Eddie chooses ridicule.
Yeah, sadly, I get the ridicule.
Wah,
'Cause
wah.
That's not enough.
It's okay, Rion, you're the hero of the story. I'm an NPC.
The claw attack shoots out at Rion now. And what's your AC?
Oh,
18, I
no.
believe.
What is it?
18.
Oh, fuck. I can't even land one attack in this whole goddamn fight. That is so sad.
That's
Gaia,
fine.
you get to do the honors, I'm assuming.
Unless you roll horrible like some people.
And you're on mute if you're trying to speak.
Oh, let's see. We'll happily end over. Let's see. Yeah, she's gonna get as close as one can get and be like, "Somebody stab. Let's let her go." Oh yeah, that works. There.
You explode this piece of undead trash into 1,000 pieces.
Awesome. Yeah, she goes. It's just like, yeah, let me try this son. That blessing just boom. There goes lightning from her sword, and well, that's pretty smooth.
Maybe there's something special in this back room.
Go ahead and give a perception check. I'm assuming was the plan.
Yeah. We could always try to open up one of these coffins and get the power to get out of here. That'd be amazing, wouldn't it?
Ooh.
Oh,
But Dragator says, too bad they don't have labels.
I know. I wish there was a get out of here power. I would love it. That's a very impressive 10.
20. Let's see your
20.
10 and I'll raise you 10.
I thought.
Besides the undead corpses of these hideous ghasts and the sarcophagi with a 20, you guys do not see anything out of the ordinary in this room.
You know,
Womp womp.
I'm just getting that kind of feeling where it's like
We're stuck.
we should just kill everything ever.
Dragator asks, what about that green circle on the map thing that glows every once in a while?
Green circle.
I'm pinging on the map.
Oh yeah, that was behind.
The whole upstairs.
Was that upstairs?
Yep.
You have to show us the map.
So I'm assuming with it being a dead end and just more monsters that you killed, you can't help but get the sense that you're doing Henrik proud, whether you aim to or not. You head back up to the second level, and we're going to end really, really, really soon, but I just want to get a vibe of where you guys are going next. And just go ahead and...
I think we should go where Dan was pinging, like go downstairs and then take a right once we get downstairs, basically on the other map, and go to that way that he was pinging.
Yeah, that boss we
'Cause
fought.
if-
Was there another passage down there we didn't go to?
Yeah, when you're talking about the wizard, villainous.
Fireball, Cone of Cold, McGee. Is
Yeah,
there a
there
path
was
down there?
there was
Yeah.
more ways to go, but before you can actually get there, I'm going to cut you guys off and bring you to around this point. And when you go to step out onto the balcony, you see a familiar face waiting there, kind of just
Oh.
standing aimlessly.
Hey,
Atlas.
Atlas.
Are we at the balcony at the top?
Yep, I moved your tokens. No, sorry. I guess you might have had a chance of seeing him there, but
Or wherever we are.
Yep. And you just see Atlas standing there, whoever's at the front.
Does he see us?
You can't really tell. He's just like standing there, seemingly waiting.
Should we try to talk to him?
Dragar says
Does it look like-
on your friend.
Does he look like he have his spell book?
You can give a perception check real quick.
'Cause that's really been bugging the shit out of me. And where the hell that thing went. Nope.
Can't tell.
Dirge will take a look, I guess, since she's at the door.
My rolls are
Everyone,
just,
just
Guys,
like
not even.
I'm just picturing the Scooby-Doo looking over the door, all 5 of you or 6 of you.
16 better or not enough?
Do not see a book on him.
All right. Well, like worst case scenario, maybe he doesn't know his spells too well. If he wants to kill us, then maybe we just fight him. I don't know.
I don't think. What do we think that he's trying to? He's after us.
Well, he's a big scary lich who's evil.
Well, Gaia's getting like raise your hand, like start waving, like she's about ready to say hi.
All right. Do you want to head out there, Rion? I'll go with you. If you're scared.
Hey, Atlas.
Yeah, let's get this over with.
Yeah, guys.
Do we want to pause it here or keep going, Chris?
Just for, I think he wants us to go like a few minutes longer to find out like how screwed we are.
Yeah,
Okay.
pretty much.
All right. So,
Who steps out
yeah,
first?
Brian will-
So
Yeah.
as they're like debating about like, oh no, or like kind of like it's Atlas. It's like, oh hi Atlas, like hand up, waves.
Oh, Gaia steps out first. Interestingly. All right, give me a second then.
Okay.
I just gotta look something up real quick.
Oh shoot.
Have fun, Gaia.
Oh yeah, indeed. No, this plays to her so
It's
much.
okay.
Like, my
He can
head's
only
going.
cast-
I don't want to do this. And I'm like,
He
no,
can
no,
only
no,
cast
no, no.
Power Word Kill like once or twice. Come on.
Once I believe because it's a 9th level spell.
Well, he's a lich. Lich don't care. Lich make up his own.
Oh yeah, that's true. Goodbye, Gaia.
It's nice knowing you guys. I'm about to go see Paylor. This is great.
Off to Paylor you go. Sorry, the spell I'm reading has a really long word count.
I promise.
So supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Chichu.
Huh?
Just saying.
All right.
I said I promise I won't let Dirge eat you.
You run up
Dirge,
and he
Strahd.
kind of stands there and almost looks like he's forgetful and whatnot and doesn't do anything. But as you finally come up to his embrace, he turns and looks at you,
Dirge is following behind her friend.
sunken eyes, and he
Oh, you're
reaches
gonna get
out and grabs you and says, "Be gone." Make a charisma save.
Good thing.
You can add 5 to that.
That gets plus
But,
5. So let's see.
I don't think a 14 is gonna matter against him.
17.
17.
Yep.
Dirge completely
Yeah.
disappeared. Or Kaya completely gone.
Someone
Oh my
someone got banished. Hopefully banished.
Oh my god! Where'd it go? It's not just in a random room.
Robot,
Robot. Oh,
Robot.
yeah, sorry.
But anyways, we'll end it there since it's 2 a.m. That's a pretty good time to end it.
I wish he cast that on me because I fucking would smash that save.
And that's
Yeah.
why I was glad that I knew it was a charisma save, so I was hoping someone charismatic.
Look at the modifier on that save.
Yeah, that's gross.
13.
Anyways, we'll end it here, and I think are we back on for next week? I can't remember if we decided that or not.
I'll be around.
Yeah, I think we're good for it. Anyways, see anyone around who is checking it out, and I'll talk to you guys in a second.